After a tremendous win over Campbell University last week, the Aggies of North Carolina A&T are trying to make it 2 in a row here at Truist Stadium. It's CAA football. Next.
The calendar has turned to November as the Towson Tigers have made their way to Greensboro, North Carolina to battle it out with the North Carolina A&T Aggies. A beautiful day greets us here at Truist Stadium. Spencer Turkin alongside my partner Damian Banks. Two teams looking to right the ship as we come down the stretch in conference play. We'll start with the Towson Tigers. John Dunmore, a big-time threat on the outside. This is a guy that can separate himself when going up against the top corner.
When you talk about John Dunmore, excellent speed, even better size at 6'2". It's going to be a great matchup between what Dunmore and the rest of the wide receivers can do and the secondaries at A&T.
Well, the secondary for North Carolina A&T led by Aaron Harris. This is a guy who seems to always draw the top receiver from the opponent. What can he do today to try and slow down Dunmore?
Well, Aaron Harris is confident, and when you have that confidence, especially at cornerback, next play up mentality, and he had the last pass breakup to get the win for A&T in the last matchup. So Aaron Harris, a big factor for the Aggies today.
It's Towson and North Carolina A&T as we get set for a high noon kickoff here in Greensboro. On the other side of this timeout, we'll hear from the third member of our crew, Raven Douglas, as she gets you set for the Tigers and the Aggies. That's coming up next. You're tuned in to the CAA on My 48.
Welcome back, everyone, to Truist Stadium, where the Towson Tigers are visiting the North Carolina A&T Aggies. Now, neither team has had the desired start to their conference season, but both felt a spark in their last game. Now, the Aggies had a stronger charge as the Towson Tigers are still looking for their second conference win after falling short against Stony Brook in their last outing. However, they did end that game with a 16-point fourth quarter, including 2 touchdowns and a pair of successful 2-point conversions. Tiger head coach Pete Shinnick likes the rhythm of that ending. He just wants his guys to get in that zone much earlier in the game. Now for the home team, who did secure that second conference win on the back of Elijah Kennedy, the man of the week, who tied the program record with a 96-yard punt return, which he then followed with the game-winning kick return. Coach Gibbs, of course, celebrated that win, but shifted his focus quickly to what's ahead. He said he wants his guys to understand that they need to be consistent, that they need to have consistent execution. Every play matters. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven, as Elijah Kennedy and Aaron Harris will be back deep to receive the opening kickoff after Towson won and deferred. Let's go ahead and check out the keys to the game with Damian Banks.
For the visitors from Towson, find a way to run the football. They're not a great running team, only 90.4 yards as a team per game. And also, you got to protect your quarterback, banged up coming into this ball game. You want to keep him upright. And lastly, don't kick it to EK. Elijah Kennedy, Raven mentioned, a punt return and a kick return for a touchdown last week. And for the home team, A&T, control both lines of scrimmage. You win that, you win the ball game. Limit the chunk plays in the secondary. They have speed on the outside. Towson does. The secondary from A&T will be challenged. And lastly, be special again. Elijah Kennedy, as well as the rest of the third phase for the Aggies.
Caden Williams on to kick this away for the Tigers. Towson's only game this season on natural grass as we get set for kickoff here on the east side of Greensboro, North Carolina. Williams approaches, gives it a ride, and we are underway at Truist Stadium. Kennedy fields it just shy of the goal line. He'll change field, able to break a tackle, and he brings it ahead north of the 20. So the Aggies will trot out on offense for the first time today as we get a look at A&T starters.
And Elijah Kennedy gets his hands on the ball to start the ball game, and excitement in the stadium, but Towson did a pretty good job of game tackling Elijah Kennedy and limiting his return.
Kevin White will get the call to begin this series as the quarterback. Back-to-back games with less than 200 yards passing. As he gets to work through the air early, finds Wesley Graves. He's got the first down and is shoved out of bounds by Jason Shiggs.
Love that first play call offensively for A&T. Gets Elijah Kennedy a easy completion. Towson does not account for Graves out of the backfield. A big gain on first down.
So the Aggies back to work quickly, going with the no huddle. This is a team that under Sean Gibbs, the projections were they would be a heavy run team and yet have struggled tremendously on the ground. Graves gets a touch and is able to gain 2 on forward progress as he gets shoved into the natural grass. You know that Sean Gibbs has to be frustrated by the fact that he cannot get a consistent ground game going here in his first season.
Yeah, Coach Gibbs wants to run the football, a former college running back himself, and he really prides himself on getting that run game going. But one thing you don't do is you don't give up on it, you don't abandon it, you keep plugging away, and eventually something is going to break, but it's all about continuity up front and winning that line of scrimmage.
Second and a long 7. The end around to Jones, and he gets tripped up at the 40.
Jet sweep there to
number 3,
Monte Jones coming around the corner. Good defense there by Towson to set up this 3rd and long for A&T. It's not a key to my game, but always in every game. Picking up first downs, converting on 3rd down. Always a must if you want to be successful.
Towson holding opponents to 46% conversion on 3rd down. White from the gun. Under pressure. Flees the pocket, lofts it, and completes the pass to Dillard for the first down as A&T will keep the drive alive.
And that's what you do if you're Kevin White. Get flushed out of the pocket, utilize your scrambling ability. Find a wide open Javon Dillard. Scoots for the first down, but we have an injured Aggie on the field.
There is an injured Aggie lineman down on the field, so we'll go ahead and meet the starting lineup for A&T's offense. You see Javon Dillard there, who just hauled in that last one. 6 straight games with multiple catches heading into this one.
Yeah, Javon Dillard playing pretty well as of late. Also saw Wesley Graves there, running back 1. Got a big first down catch on the very first play from scrimmage. As again, Aggie is on the field injured, not quite sure who it is, so both teams going to huddle up and await further instructions.
Well, A&T so far able to put together a little bit of a drive here, not having to rely on some big plays to get the offense moving. That has to be comforting to Kevin White and the rest of this A&T offense.
Well, Turkey said that Kevin White had passed for less than 200 yards in 2 straight games, so 2 first downs with his arm on this initial drive for A&T, so that looks to bode well for the offense moving forward. If you can be balanced, both throwing it and passing it, give you a better opportunity to win the ball game.
So the injured Aggie was Jonathan Cannon, the senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He will be helped off the field as Tommy Garcia came to go help his teammate off.
Let's give him a big round of applause.
We're going to hope Jonathan Canyon is okay. Didn't quite see what happened on the play, but again, the line of scrimmage on both sides, offensive line, defensive line, if you can control the line of scrimmage during a football game, that really gives you a leg up on how the game is dictated and how it's played.
So we're going to get a look here.
First down and 10 for the Aggies.
Looks like he got tangled up in a lower body injury. He's going to get evaluated in the tent. It will be 1st and 10 from the 47 of the Tigers. The Aggies keep it on the ground as Shamik Blizzard gets his first call of the day and is able to gain positive yardage. Blizzard is a guy that when he gets that football, he is downhill at all times. As we get a look at the Towson defense, Xavier Terry, one of those preseason all-conference guys.
Yeah, for Xavier Terry in that Towson defense with North Carolina A&T, the Aggies want to be balanced. They want to run the football, but of course, you can't run it every single play, so you have to be balanced. It's going to be up to Towson to read those keys and trust your game film and the preparation that you had all week.
2nd and 5. A&T to the ground again as Blizzard tried to gain an edge.
Sorry about that, Turk. An early Shamik Blizzard sighting. We talk about Blizzard a lot off air and wonder, hey, is he going to get an opportunity?
Is he in the forecast, right?
Is he going to get an opportunity? Is it a chance for a little bit of chilly weather, a blizzard, so to speak, for North Carolina A&T? And good to see him out on the field early in his ball game.
Well, I don't see any clouds today. Actually, a beautiful day. A little chilly, but I do not see any clouds.
I'll take it. It's chilly, but it's sunny, so that kind of balances it out, so I'll take it.
It'll be 3rd and a manageable 3 for North Carolina A&T going up against this Towson defense. To Blizzard again. He lowers his shoulder and is able to gain the first down.
Office getting this early action in the ball game, picks up a huge first down on 3rd and about 4 or 5.
Averaging just under 5 yards per carry when he touches the football. Averages would tell you that he is a guy that could keep a drive alive all unto himself.
And this is a great opening drive so far for A&T. You're running the football, you're throwing it, keeping it balanced.
The Tigers gave up 215 yards on the ground last week to Stony Brook. Dillard able to, no, he dropped it. Thought he was going to haul it in, and he took his eye off of it as he looked upfield, and that was that.
And Kevin White, in the naked boot, pass a little high, and I know Javon Dillard would say, I need to catch that, but if you place it where Javon Dillard can just catch it and turn his shoulder and run, could have been a big play. You hate those missed opportunities if you're North Carolina A&T. Towson dodged one there.
Second and 10. Graves. And he's met by a pack of Tigers. Towson right there stood firm at the line of scrimmage and did not leave its post.
They're winning at the point of attack on that defensive front. Towson on that particular play. So A&T is still, they're going to run that football. You would like to pick up 3, 4, 5 yards a pop if you're the Aggies, especially on that play. Would have made it 3rd and manageable now. Going to take a good effort to get this first down.
Trips to the top of your screen. The first 3rd and long situation that A&T has faced today.
Got single coverage down on the bottom of the screen. No safety help up top. Look for a shot play.
Some movement. And we'll see who this is going against. It'll be the first time we hear from Todd Bowman, our referee today. And it will back the Aggies up 5. So 3rd and long just became 3rd and very long.
And for the Aggies, that was a nice formation that they had on 3rd and about 9. You had trips to the top of the screen, single coverage down at the bottom with Jamison Warren. Advantageous in that single coverage now. Tack on that penalty, 3rd and very long here. Let's see what play call the Aggies come up with. Maybe they'll try to get most of it and think about going forward on 4th.
White on the play action. Steps up. Has some room in front of him. Throws on the run to the end zone. And even the speedy Elijah Kennedy could not get there. So that will fall incomplete. And Andrew Brown is coming on for a field goal attempt with 6-mile-per-hour winds towards his back.
And you're kicking with the wind and with a field goal kicker who is one of the best in the CAA, 2 of the best kickers in the league in action today.
He has a 55-yarder to his name, which is the school record. This would officially be a 56-yard attempt.
In to attempt the
Andrew Brown trying to etch his names alone in the record books.
Sean Gibbs thinks he's good from 60. We're about to find out. The kick on its way. Does it have enough? It is good! A bomb from 56 yards out to put A&T out in front 3-0.
How about that? Andrew Brown, and he got up under it just a bit. Still had enough leg on it to get it over the goalpost to set a school record. How about that, Andrew Brown?
Well, he just erased himself from the record book and put himself on top of himself. We'll head to a commercial break. A&T leads by 3. We're back after this.
Hampton University and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Every year the NBA has the HBCU Classic at the NBA All-Star Game. And you guys will be there.
The NBA provides an platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA, we're coming for A&T. We know it's gonna be a great game, but we also know we're gonna bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Andrew Brown sets a new school record with a 56-yard field goal to cap an 11-play, 41-yard drive in 5 minutes and 35 seconds. Let's send it down to the sidelines for the third member of our crew, Raven Douglas.
Thanks, guys. Andrew Brown with the record. There's not even enough that you can say about him. Would you guys believe it if I told you he didn't even want to play football to start? He started in 7th grade when his middle school team didn't have a soccer team. Soccer was his first love, but his dad said, look, Andrew, you got to go out for it. Just try it. Just see. Andrew said, Dad, I don't want to, but he ended up going for it, falling in love with it, continuing to get better with it. He works hard, and he just wants to continue to do it till he can't anymore. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven. And if you want to know how superstitious Andrew Brown is, he's been wearing the same undershirt under his pads for practice and for games since his first year here at North Carolina A&T. The back of the shirt is like a mesh. It's hanging on by about one thread at this point. Was joking with his folks the other day. I was wondering how it's actually going to stay together through the rest of the season. We'll see how that goes as we get a look at A&T's defensive starters.
Aaron Harris, rather, that player we talked about. So much confidence in the secondary. We get a first look at him for North Carolina A&T. And Harris, a really good return man in his own right as well. Elijah Kennedy set those records last week in the win versus Campbell for A&T. But Aaron Harris, not only excellent cornerback, but a really good return man as well.
We're going to get our first look at Andrew Indorf, the freshman out of Miami, Florida. And he'll throw it down the sideline and completes the bomb to Dunmore. We spoke about it in the open. Indorf to Dunmore could be a problem.
And Harris fooled on that play, bit on the out, and Dunmore out and up. And you just see the long strides of Dunmore, 6'2", with that speed. Beats Aaron Harris over the top for a huge chunk play. That was one of my keys to the game. Limit those chunk plays for Towson.
Indorf, a two-time CAA Rookie of the Week, one of the favorites to win Rookie of the Year in the conference. Out of St. Thomas Aquinas High School in South Florida, powerhouse program. Turns, opens, fires to Jason Doss. And he is wrestled down to the grass,
Complete to number 2.
and it'll bring up second down.
Jason Doss.
For A&T, you want to get pressure on Endorf. Don't want him to have a lot of time in the pocket.
Endorf dancing around, now bounces outside the pile and is wrestled to the grass about a yard shy of the first down marker.
Good pursuit defensively for A&T. It's going to bring up third and short here for Towson. See there, John Dunmore, talked about him in the opener. Excellent ball game in the loss to Stony Brook for Towson. Over 100 yards receiving and a touchdown.
3rd and 1. The handoff to Wooten. And move the chains.
Wooten barely got that second effort. There's a reason why he was able to pick up that first down. Now Towson knocking on the door.
The last 3 games, Wooten has struggled a little bit, averaging just 28 yards per game rushing. He has previously played at Mercer and at Duke. Brings up 1st and goal. Endorf dropping back, has plenty of time. Now under pressure. Breaks free the first one, loses the second tackler, still running, throws and completes it to Wooten, who reaches for the pylon and is in.
What a play. Andrew Endorf.
Endorf's pass is complete to number 4.
Breaking multiple tackles first. Tim Alderson. He had another Aggie getting a shot at him as well. Breaks out of multiple tackles. It's Sadiq Cannabis Ali, but we have
there's a flag
penalty
down on the far sideline.
Not sure.
He might have passed the line of scrimmage. We'll see.
We'll see what the penalty is here.
Todd Bowman getting on the microphone.
Could be a lineman downfield. Could be a
personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Actually, it's going to be roughing the passer.
The result of the player is a touchdown.
That's an excellent individual effort there from Andrew Endorf to stay on his feet and have the wherewithal to find a target. And Al Wooten gets in the end zone. What a play there for Towson. Answer to the long field goal for A&T.
Williams able to punch through the extra point, and the Tigers are on top 7-3. We'll pause here and take a timeout. We're back after these messages on My 48.
This is the CAA on FloCollege.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Andrew Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast meat, a sausage McMuffin, and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
Intercollegiate athletics are on the rise at North Carolina A&T, and you can play an important part in helping our student athletes achieve their best potential. The All Aggies, All In Capital campaign aims to bring together regular Aggies from across the spectrum to raise critical additional scholarship dollars and funds to address other priority needs that shape the student-athlete experience. Whether you can give $5 or $500, there's a place to get in the All Aggies, All In campaign. We invite you to take out your cell phone and text GIVE to AAF to 71777. That's GIVE to AAF to 71777 on your cell phone messaging app. Unbelievable effort there by Andrew Indorf, looking to have a bounce-back game after going 3 for 12 for just 44 yards against Stony Brook.
I think that the coaching staff got Indorf's attention, pulled him in that ball game, and Indorf comes out, the freshman, not a huge guy either, 195 pounds. You break the tackle of Tim Alderman first, and another defensive lineman, and Sadiq Cabanis Ali, and finds a receiver downfield for the touchdown.
Squib kick off the foot of Kennedy, and he mishandled it, covered it up, and was tackled at the 9. And that might be how you stop the electric duo of Kennedy and Harris. You put it on the ground.
Yeah, Kennedy tried to scoop it and go with it, but you mentioned mishandled, and that's going to start A&T inside their own 10-yard line. And Aggies had a successful opening drive, kicking a field goal. Towson answered with the touchdown. How does A&T respond now in their second possession?
It's interesting. We spoke with Pete Shinnick before the game, and I asked him about the fact that 2 field goal kickers in this ball game could both hit it from 50-plus pretty consistently, and what that would mean in terms of game planning as the Aggies keep it on the ground for play number 1 of this drive. And he said it definitely is in the back of your mind when you're calling offense that, you know, you have something you can fall back on. Maybe if you're in a position where you know you're not going to get that first down, that you know you can get 3 at least. But on defense, understanding where that back line needs to be to try and prevent field goals is also important.
And it's a luxury for coaches to have a reliable kicking game. And, you know, every team cannot rely on their kicker. And Andrew Brown, already a 56-yarder in this ball game for A&T. You know, you got an excellent kicker, Caden Williams, Towson. So if you get within range, you think about kicking it 50-plus on both sides of the football.
5:42 to go here in the first. It'll be 1st and 10 for North Carolina A&T. White lofts it towards the sideline and just past the outstretched arm of Dillard. That will fall incomplete.
Yeah, Dillard had a step, but you mentioned passed just a bit long from the right arm of Kevin White, but you want to take those shots. Make the defense be honest and not just load up to stop your running game. Let them know, like, hey, we'll take our shots down the field as well.
At Towson a year ago, hauled in 4 passes for 37 yards. A&T actually had 223 pass yards last year up in Maryland. White will change the play. 3 on the play clock. The handoff to Graves. Not a lot of room for him. As that Towson front 3 really doing a nice job planting themselves.
So that 3-4 defense, so important for the nose tackle to really command a double team, be so disruptive that command a double team allows your linebackers to flow freely. Big 3rd down coming up here offensively for the Aggies. See what they can do.
3rd and 8. Low snap handled by White. Has some time. Throws it to Dillard over the middle. And he realized he was short. He tried to turn upfield. No can do. And he will be taken down at around the 26. That will bring the punt unit on as A&T's drive ends quickly.
Aggies trying to get some yak yards after that Dillard catch, but short tackle in the secondary. That's how you prevent first downs, and Towson does their job defensively, going to get the ball back over to their offense.
Back deep for Towson is John Dunmore. That is a big-time weapon back there to receive the punt. And A&T moved on the offensive line. That'll back the Aggies up another 5, so the second false start today.
Pre-snap penalties always
False start.
Bugaboo.
Offense number 23.
For coaches,
5-yard penalty.
never want to
Still
see
fourth down.
you hurt yourselves. If your opponent beats you, that's one thing, but don't beat yourself. And most coaches will tell you that when you speak with them, and that's just going to back up the Aggies even more, be better field position on the punt for Towson.
So DJ Page is on to try and give this one a ride. Mishandled it. It's blocked, and the ball is loose. It is taken into the end zone, and a touchdown is scored by Towson as Xavion Crum is able to come up with it in the promised land.
The third phase of the football game, special teams. Towson bobbled a bit on the punt, but nothing egregious. But I don't think the punt would have got off if it wasn't bobbled. Just a jailbreak punt block and touchdown for Towson. So Tigers off to a hot start here in Greensboro.
Touchdown credited to number 43, Xavier Crump.
And this is not how A&T envisioned the beginning of this ball game. As Towson has come on the road ready to play.
14-3, 3:44 to go in the first after the extra point. And the Tigers have been amped up since they got off the bus here in Greensboro.
Well, they're hungry for a win. 3 straight losses. You know, you feel like you can come on the road and get one in Greensboro and come out and have played that way so far.
And the Tigers have been better on the road this season than at home.
Go figure.
This Towson team, you know, sometimes people think it's less distraction playing on the road.
And not sometimes, especially in college, it is less distraction playing on the road. You know, you're together as a team at the hotel. You know, not a lot of distractions around campus because that's not your campus. You're on the road. So Towson has come in focused so far in this ball game, but still early, plenty of time for the Aggies.
Pete Shinnick coached down the road at UNCP back in the day, so he's familiar with North Carolina.
Shinnick has been successful at every stop so far in his coaching career.
This one in the air. Kennedy will camp out at the 9. Fields it, looking for some space, takes a hit. He's ahead of the 25 and is tackled at the 26.
Pretty good field position to start this drive for A&T. Now A&T just got punched in the mouth twice by Towson. How do you respond? Put a drive together, try to put points on the board, and I'm sure that's what Coach Gibbs and the coaching staff, no panic. They've been here before. It's got an uphill climb now. And defensively for Towson, second drive for A&T, they were able to get off the field. See if they can repeat that on this possession.
White will hand the ball off. Big hit through the middle as Blizzard is met by a Tiger after a gain of 2. Shameik Blizzard, not the biggest guy, 5'8", $191, but does not shy away from contact, to say the least.
And Blizzard getting these early opportunities, you know that he's hyped on the field. And for A&T, I think the Aggies feel like they can run the football. Towson gives up about 167 yards rushing on the season, so Aggies feel like they should be able to run the ball pretty well in this ball game. They're going to have to want to be able to control the clock and continuously pick up first downs.
Play action. White gets rid of it quickly and sails it to the Tiger bench.
And I'm not sure if that wasn't on purpose, as Towson had that play sniffed out.
Well, last year against the Aggies, Towson had 6 sacks.
Tigers on the loose in Maryland. It's going to bring up a quick third down here for A&T.
Third and 8 for the blue and gold. Trips to the bottom of your screen. Warren one-on-one up top.
Already seen Aggies take one shot with Warren. See if they can do it again, but penalty on the field first.
Movement.
Well, start. Offense, number 2. 5-yard penalty.
And that was
Still
actually
third down.
Warren who got called for the false start.
And usually when that happens, the ball's coming your way. Warren answered to get off the line of scrimmage, understanding I got single coverage up top.
That's 3 false starts today for North Carolina A&T as the penalty problem continues.
No safety help.
White under pressure, throws the deep ball. There was some contact along that far sideline. Does not appear to be a flag, and it will bring up 4th down.
And White threw that pass out of bounds, and it would not have been completed. But again, defensively, Towson doing the job, getting off the field.
Last week, A&T, 11 penalties, 122 yards. At what point does that start to become a worrisome problem?
Immediately. It's always going to be an issue as long as you continue to commit multiple penalties throughout the ball game. Understanding that you're not going to play a perfect game. There's no such thing as a perfect game, but you want to limit those instances where you're hurting yourself.
Page just gets it off, end over end. Dunmore calls for the fair catch and secures it at around the 38-yard line, I believe is where he'll be marked.
DJ Page took forever and a day to get that one off as well, and close to getting it blocked.
And he shanked one last week. So the problems with Page
could be getting in his head just a bit, but able to get that one off. But great field position to start this drive for Towson.
Well, we saw the magic of Andrew Indorf on the first offensive drive. This is a guy who turning some heads in the CAA.
A freshman from Florida. You know, Coach Shinnick won that national championship at West Florida, so fertile recruiting ground in the Sunshine State. Shinnick plucked that young man from Florida and got him to Towson, putting him in the fire early in the season.
Is that one of those things where you shake hands, you sign your name on the national letter of intent, and you get handed a winter coat if you're coming from Florida?
I mean, I would assume the weather difference in Florida and
Indorf brought down, and now a flag comes out, and his helmet got ripped off.
We'll see what the penalty is, and the flag comes out. Looks like maybe on A&T. Referees talking about it. Not sure if they're going to waive it. We'll see what the call is.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
And on a play where A&T were able to get a sack.
Automatic first down. Number 13 can stay in the game.
You know, now at a certain point, okay, if I can't go up top, do I go at the legs of the quarterback now?
So we'll get another look here. And it looks like Alderman. No, it was actually Dalrymple who just came and ripped the helmet off.
And I don't think it was an intentional thing. But again, another penalty that hurts your ball club.
At the Aggie 46.
And because Indorf had the helmet come off on a penalty, he is entitled to stay in the ball game.
This is correct.
The handoff.
And someone for A&T defensively, they're going to have to make a play. Change of possession, force a turnover, a spark for A&T. Because right now, Towson is starting to feel like, hey, we are controlling this game and certainly controlling it on the scoreboard, but imposing their will.
Kamarion Battles was the rusher. a freshman out of Quincy, Florida. And Indorf wants a timeout.
Timeout. Towson.
Didn't see what he needed on the defensive side of things, and so he'll talk it over with his coaching staff. $1:53 to go here in the first, 14-3. A&T is trailing Towson here at home. The Tigers coming off 3 straight L's.
Last 2 losses to Monmouth and at Stony Brook. Towson felt like, hey, we had some opportunities in those ball games. As Raven mentioned, scoring 16 points in the 4th at Stony Brook, having some momentum offensively coming into this ball game looks like it's carried over in their matchup today versus A&T. But the Aggies have to wake up. We got a 12 p.m. start, a little bit earlier than normal here in Greensboro, but A&T has to wake up right now in a nightmare.
Well, Sean Gibbs has said that he prefers these early starts, doesn't like waiting around for a football game. Indorf drops back, has all day, throws, and that one is knocked away. The intended receiver was Javon Ford, and there's a flag down near midfield.
There's a flag on the play.
And we'll see what the penalty is. Maybe the first one on Towson.
Believe it'll be a hold.
Holding. Offense, number 66. 10-yard penalty. Replay
Dan
second down.
Volpe with his 3rd penalty of the season. He has started all 7 games this year out of Colts Neck, New Jersey. 6'6", 305 senior.
It's a big boy. For Towson, their first penalty is going to back them up. And Towson, at times this season, and I'm not even going to say at times, this season a pass-heavy attack, so they feel confident that they could salvage this series and pick up a first down.
2nd down, screen pass, complete. Dunmore trips on the grass and is down at the 42.
The Turf Monster got Indoor. Perfect play call on the screen to get the ball in the hands of your playmaker. Dunmore, Turf Monster gets him down. If not, he's picking up that first down.
Well, I did mention this is the only game that Towson will play on natural grass this season, and some people would say, oh, it doesn't make a difference. I disagree. I actually think it makes a huge difference. Your spikes hit differently in the grass. They come up differently as opposed to the little black pellets that you see on the turf. There are imperfections. Indorf looking, flush from the pocket. Flag comes flying in, sets his feet and gets rid of it. Saw this one probably coming back and decided to make a business decision and not take the hit.
And we'll see what this penalty is going to be. But again, more pressure on Indorf. He's able to escape it, but the Aggies have been able to get into that backfield.
Holding. Offense, number 71. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Penalty decline, and Aggies are going to try to get the ball back on the punt.
That penalty against Gene Germain, the 6'6", 355-pound senior. His first penalty of the year, actually. So the punt unit will come on for the Tigers.
In on to punt.
And that's a stop that North Carolina A&T's defense desperately needed.
Back deep to receive, number 88.
Bryce LaFollette on to kick this one away. Elijah Kennedy hovering around the 8, coming off of his 96-yard punt return for a touchdown last week. The drop kick. And it will bounce inside the 5.
That's an excellent job.
And it was downed just shy of the goal line. Wow.
Yeah, everything right now for Towson is coming up gold. As that one is going to put A&T in a precarious situation. Aggie's going to have it at the 1-inch line. It's an excellent job to pin North Carolina A&T deep. Again, that 3rd phase of a football game, a lot of people don't think about special teams. Block punt for a touchdown for Towson. Now Tigers are going to pin the Aggies deep.
We'll get another look. And his foot might have been on the chalk.
Now, different rules for college and pros. Your body can be in the end zone. The ball cannot.
Yep. 99.5 yards to go for Kevin White and company.
It's possible. I've seen 99-yard plays before.
The handoff to Blizzard, and I don't know if he got out. Towson says safety. A&T says, no, we gained a half a yard.
If you're an official, how can you see that amongst all those players?
Got the entire ball outside of the goal line for forward progress, second down.
Forward progress has it as second down.
And partner, you know I'm an old school guy, but I'm also new school as well. Usually, if I'm at the 1-inch line, I'm not even.
You got to go under center and just push the ball out.
If you're not under center, if you're in a shotgun, throw it.
No gain.
If you're in a shotgun situation, just throw the football.
And that will do it for the first quarter of action. Towson leads it 14-3. We're back after these messages on My 48.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
read and run, go to the beach, hang out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Towson leads at 14-3 as we begin the second quarter. Let's send it down to Raven Douglas.
Thanks, guys. I wanted to start with a quick injury update. We saw grad student Jonathan Campbell have to be helped off of the field. He did sustain a lower body injury and will not be returning to the game. Now, on another note, the Aggie sideline has been trying to just lift each other up. We've had several players, Fennell Marshall and Jay Avery, just trying to lift up their players. And then the Aggie crowd is also trying to get them involved. We saw an Aggie chant coming from the high school band just across the field. So everybody's trying to get these Aggies lifted up. They have a chance to stack conference wins for the first time since joining the league in 2023. Towson is just bringing a lot of pressure to stop that from happening. Coach Gibbs said in order for them to get a win, they need to focus on having consistent execution and understanding that every play matters. There can't be the lulls that we're seeing today. They need to find a way to bounce back. Back to you guys.
The pass to Carlock Williams will slide through his hands and fall incomplete. As that Towson Tiger pressure that Raven just mentioned starting to really bother the Aggies here on the home field. And so DJ Page will now have a very short runway to try and kick this one away. And he's already had one block today, so this is big-time DEFCON 1 territory here for North Carolina A&T special teams.
Yeah, Tom Cruise, risky business for sure. Here is got your back foot, the end line of the end zone for A&T.
Gets rid of it. High booming kick. Beautiful punt given the circumstances into Towson territory. Dunmore will field it. And he'll take a couple of big hits and is dragging the pile to the 41.
That's about as good as you can get for A&T. 50-yard punt out of the end zone. 60-yarder if you count the 10 yards of the end zone. You know, Townsend does get it on your side of the field, but not a huge return from Dunmore. And it's up to your defense to get another stop to keep you in this ball game until your offense can pick things up. If you're Towson, you're licking your chops starting the ball at the plus 50. Already up 14-3. Trying to apply more pressure to North Carolina A&T.
So a short field for the Tigers as Indorf will work out of the shotgun. The pass back down the seam, and it's hauled in complete to Sam Reynolds. And the Tigers are in the red zone and on the doorstep.
And Towson has definitely been watching film on A&T, especially last week versus Campbell, because A&T was beating the secondary repeatedly last week on stop-and-go routes. And, again, another stop-and-go route. You see Aaron Harris beat at the beginning of the ball game by Dunmore on that stop-and-go route. Now has Towson on the doorstep.
Kasim Phillip is stopped on the half-yard line. And part of this is that teams are noticing that A&T's not getting a pass rush. They have all day to do whatever they want back there.
And not that they're not getting a pass rush.
The handoff to Phillips over the pile. And the officials are coming in to mark him. He's in! Give him 6. Touchdown, Tigers.
Towson right now in full control as they tack on another touchdown. But you were talking about not having a pass rush for A&T. As you see here on the replay, stutter steps and launches himself in the air. Kasim Caddy Phillips gets into the end zone, and that was aided by a big play, another chunk play down the field. One of my keys to the game, limit those chunk plays. A&T just the last couple of ball games have been beaten on those up and out, those stop and go routes, those out and up routes, and being aggressive in the secondary sometimes can come back and bite you.
Williams' extra point attempt is good. And with 12:51 to go in the second, the Tigers in control in Greensboro, leading 21-3. We're back after this on My 48.
Hampton University and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Every year the NBA has the HBCU Classic at the NBA All-Star game. And you guys will be.
The NBA provides an international platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA, we're coming for A&T. We know it's going to be a great game, but we also know we're going to bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Towson in control here in Greensboro with 12:51 to go in the first half. Let's send it down to the sidelines. Raven Douglas.
Today is a special game as it honors our nation's heroes, the ones who sacrifice and serve to the greatest extent, our active military, our veterans, our first responders. We thank you and your family for all that you do. Now, this Aggie team has several familial connections to our nation's heroes. Coach Gibbs, for example, his grandfather served in the Army. His name was Howard Poole. On top of that, Aggie safety Cameron Dalrymple started his career in the Navy, following in the footsteps of his father, Richard Dalrymple, who was also in the Navy. On top of that, Cameron's grandfather was in the Navy, and his cousin actively serves in, you guessed it, the Navy. So it's a family full of courage and commitment. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven. And mentioned Cameron Dalrymple during the press conference this week. Coach Gibbs spoke about the fact that Dalrymple is a guy who really hasn't quit in any phase. Was moved from running back to defense as Kennedy will work up the sideline, runs out of real estate, and is driven into the ground by Crum. And now we have some pushing and shoving. A little carryover from pregame.
A little bit of extracurriculars there, but this happened during pregame, and Towson has come out here and backed it up, and right now A&T has to come to life. Talking about Towson being on a 3-game losing skid, and they're hungry for a win, and A&T right now, I think that have to get that run game going. Been a tough go at it so far this ball game, but you can't give up on the run. You got plenty of time left. You're down 21-3, but it's only the second quarter, so you don't want to abandon the run.
A&T just 31 rushing yards today, 108th in FCS in rushing this season. 1st and 10. To the ground. Graves breaks free from the first tackle. A flag comes flying in, and it appears that this one is coming back. In some of these cases, A&T is its own worst enemy.
Yeah, penalties starting to pile up for sure for the Aggies, and you already fight tooth and nail and claw to get wins. You don't want to
holding.
Shoot yourself in the foot, self-inflicted wounds with penalties.
First down.
That's going to bring the Aggies back 10. And, again, your offense, first drive, pretty successful. Got in field goal range. Andrew Brown, program, school record, 56-yarder. But since that point, offense struggled, to say the least.
First down and 20.
So 1st and 20 for A&T. Jones is the motion man. White steps up, has some grass in front of him, and he will slide in and took a late hit, and that'll be 15 more on top. Towson went headhunting there.
And again, that was a lot of courage by Kevin White, because Kevin White, I think he knew what he was doing. He was running, waited to the last minute to slide. And, hey, you get it how you can. Take one for the team. If you're Kevin White, you're going to add 15 yards onto that run. And possibly at targeting, you get to eject one of your opponents. Smart play there by Kevin White.
After the play, personal foul. Defense, 15-yard penalty, automatic first down.
No targeting on it, just a 15-yarder. But Kevin White, a lot of green grass. He sees the Red Sea part. White, like I mentioned last week.
And that should have been a target, actually. That was right to the helmet.
Should have been a target. I thought it was going to be a target, and I got ahead of myself just a bit. But
I mean, it went right to the head.
Towson dodged one there. And I'm not sure. They should take a look at it. I think he's talking about it now.
The video replay officials are actually on the headset right now.
First down and 10 for the Aggies.
They're going to let it go.
Interesting.
Correction, 38.
White pulls it, dives this time, and is able to reach the 40.
Brings up second down and 8.
And the Aggies
For the Aggies.
trying to go a little bit more up-tempo here. Got to switch it up just a bit. But again, no time to panic. It's only the second quarter. You are down, but
if you score a touchdown here,
one play at a time,
it's a ball game.
But you got to score.
Throws, and it's intercepted! Ben Cumpin puts the Tigers in a position to make things awfully difficult on North Carolina A&T.
And Kevin White under pressure again, panics just a bit. I just talked about not panicking, taking it a play at a time. White under pressure just a bit, sees a rusher coming late, gets hit, can't follow through on the throw. And I don't even think that Jamison Warren was looking for the ball. That's just an easy interception for Towson and the Tigers. Again, 3-game losing skid. They want to break that in the worst way. Coming out, showing what type of ball team they can be.
Earlier start than usual here in Greensboro, and the Tigers ready for it. Indorf throws and completes the pass to Lucas Londano.
To number 11.
A little bit of insect maintenance in the booth.
We had a black and gold visitor in the booth, not of the tiger variety, but of the bee variety.
And again, Towson, if you're not getting pressure on Endorf, even in this ball game when the Aggies do get pressure on Endorf, he's been able to find receivers down the field.
The handoff to Wooten. He's got some room in front of him and a blocker, and he's in! Touchdown, Tigers!
Right now, Towson just pouring it on. North Carolina A&T all out of sorts. Wooten. There hadn't been a bunch of room to run it. Wooten, patient, finds his spot and puts his foot in the ground and goes. Good blocking down the field, and that's how you turn good runs into great runs, with blocking down the field, and Wooten able to get into the end zone. And right now, Towson all over North Carolina A&T. And I think that most Aggies fans had, pretty good feeling coming into this ball game, especially being able to come off of a win.
And with 10:49 remaining in the half.
But no, Towson trying to get that dub.
The Tigers in control, 28-3, 10:49 to go in the second. We're back after these messages on My 48.
Hampton University and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Every year the NBA has the HBCU Classic at the NBA All-Star game. And you guys will be there.
The NBA provides an international platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA. We're coming for A&T. We know it's going to be a great game, but we also know we're going to bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
There are certain games on the schedule where there's more on the line and the team gets fired up to do their very best, and then some. That's how the team at Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina views this enrollment season that's happening now. It's their championship game. Pick a great plan from North Carolina's most preferred health insurer at BlueCrossNC.com. Go with Blue Cross North Carolina, official health insurance partner of North Carolina A&T Athletics. 10:49 to go in the second. 28-3, North Carolina A&T trailing Towson. Last year's ball game, Towson scored 31 straight in the opening 52 minutes to begin the game. So a similar, not the same, but similar start to this one after the field goal from the Aggies to put them up 3-0. It's been 28 unanswered Tiger points.
And Towson has scored 28 points unanswered in a variety of ways, with the run, with the pass, on special teams as well.
And that kickoff through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
And what do you do if you're A&T? You're not having a ton of success running the football. Kevin White hadn't been consistent in the passing game so far. What do you do to get this drive going? We'll see if White can fight through this adversity along with his offensive teammates, because there are no 25-point plays. So the road to coming back in this ball game for A&T is going to start with one play. You just have to execute, put a couple of first downs together, matriculate your way down the field.
Blizzard is the single back. White drops back and misfires. And you know, the problem for North Carolina A&T is your options are limited at quarterback. This is your guy right now. There is no other option.
So if I'm Kevin White, I know I'm not coming out of the game. I'm free to play without, holding back. So just play your game if you're Kevin White. I understand that you're under pressure, but play your game. Who's going to be that player that's going to help Kevin White?
5 on the play clock. Blizzard tries to squibble through there and is able to gain a few.
Pretty good run there by Shamik Blizzard. If he can get through that last defender, it would have been a big gain, but positive yardage. Going to set up a third and doable here for A&T, but this is a big third down, biggest one of this first half so far for the Aggies. You got to keep this drive going. You don't want to give the ball back over to Towson on offense. Their offense right now clicking.
It'll be 3rd and 6.
White also mobile, so he can pick it up with his legs as well.
And there he goes. You said it. He can get going, and when he commits to it, he is a very good runner.
And again, when God gives you a gift, you should not deny that gift. And Kevin White, I'm not saying he's Lamar Jackson or anything, but he is a very mobile quarterback, and a lot of room to run there for White up the middle. Scoots up for a big first down for A&T. Aggies have to stack those on top of each other. Get some confidence on that sideline.
Dillard, the motion man. Blizzard able to tiptoe his way to positive yardage.
And that's a heck of a 4-yard run for Shamik Blizzard. You stay ahead of the sticks. No negative plays. Blizzard, not a lot of room on the outside, makes the cutback, picks up as much as he can, tries to stay on schedule.
So with 8:52 to go here in the second, brings up 2nd down. White takes a big hit, and it's intercepted again!
Kevin White, under pressure, had someone in his face, tried to get rid of it. Not quite sure if it was a miscommunication with this receiver. But again, Towson able to get into the backfield, pass a little high off the hands of the intended receiver.
And Miles Brody able to come up with it, the preseason first-team All-CAA selection.
And Monty Jones tried to climb the ladder to get it a little bit high, went off of his hands. And you know those tip drill passes begging to be intercepted. Good open field tackle there. A&T as the defense is back on the field. Stephen Davis the second.
Stop made by number 19, Stephen Davis.
The Aggies, you want to get a turnover on defense. Now Towson right now, I commend Towson. Coming into this ball game, losers of 3 straight. Not a lot of confidence coming into the game, but they've bonded together on the road and come out ready to play.
Indorf slings it out to Wooten. He's got some space, able to throw a stiff arm, and after 4 touches, he's finally brought down. Al Wooten, 6 foot, 225 out of Memphis. Using that entire frame.
Wooten fighting, trying to pick up that first down. It'll be a little bit short, but going to be 3rd and very doable here for Towson. Aggies defense is going to have to bow their backs on one play, and if they stop them on here, if I'm Towson, I'm going for it. I'm applying that pressure.
The deep ball, and that one is complete to Charlton. Winston Watkins came in and threw a touchdown.
And I think that A&T loaded up for the 3rd and short, thinking it's going to be a run, and Charlton run right past Aaron Harris, and that's uncharacteristic for Harris. 2 times beat deep in this ball game. New quarterback, the lefty, comes in and first pass, perfect, drops it in the bucket over the shoulder. Cleveland Charlton, how about him? His first touchdown reception of the ball game. The Aggies stunned here in Greensboro.
And with 7:06 to go in half number 1, the Tigers are in control.
And for A&T, shell-shocked is not even the words to use. I mean, really, right now, as the kids say, belt to behind in this first half. And if you're the Aggies, look yourself in the mirror. Look your teammate in the eyes. And for this last 7:06 and going into halftime, something has to change, and somebody has to provide a spark. I'm stunned. I did not see this in my preparation leading into the game, film study on both these ball clubs. I thought that it was a pretty evenly matched game, and especially A&T coming off of that big win last week. I'm stunned. But credit to Towson coming out ready to play.
Squib kick. Fielded by Kennedy. Looking for some room, can't find it, and he is tackled shy of the 30. The Aggies looking for any spark they can find, and so far grasping at straws.
Towson has scored these points, and you know when you score points, you got to kick it off. And Elijah Kennedy, a weapon for the Aggies. They've done a great job on bottling up Elijah Kennedy as well in the return game for A&T. So all around, just an outstanding performance thus far for Towson. Towson is playing like A&T called them Townsend State instead of Towson. Because you know if you add that N after the W, it's a problem. It is a problem.
White rolls out, throws, and is able to complete that one near the 40 as Amante Jones will hold on.
This time White able to get the pass down to Amante Jones, picking up a first down. So like Aggies, again, I think that Kevin White, the best I've seen Kevin White play this season is when they're in that quote-unquote 2-minute mode of offense where he doesn't have to think too much. Right now, A&T just trying to put a drive together to get points. A touchdown would be great, preferably, but a field goal would do just as well.
Number 10. Bounce Turner. Gain of 2 brings up second down and 8 for North Carolina A&T.
2nd and 8. White has some time, tucks it, runs it, turns upfield, and will be escorted out of bounds
Chased out of bounds
by Caden White.
by number 2, Caden White, just before midfield.
So it'll bring up 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd down and 3.
Big third down here coming up for A&T. Yeah, I know it's early in it. Do you think about going for it on 4th if you don't get it here?
I don't know. The short field has killed you all day long.
I mean, everything's killed you so far if you're A&T.
Also
so,
true.
You know, right now you're trying to keep this drive going by any means necessary.
White has a lot of room in front of him down the sideline, but a flag comes in, and that is going to bring this back as Corian Sharp has his head in his hands and thinks he's getting called for a hold. And now another flag comes in as he was complaining about the call.
Compounding the initial penalty with another penalty. Let's see what the first call is.
Subsequently, another flag.
Right now, nothing going right for the Aggies.
So we'll hear from our referee, Todd Bowman. As this set of penalties is going to bury A&T deep.
Yeah, A&T right now just out of sorts, to say the least. What was a huge run for Kevin White. That got called back by a penalty, and then you argue the penalty.
Holding. Offense number 59. 10-yard penalty. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct.
So now,
number 59.
on this 3rd and
Got to be 15-yard penalty.
forever,
Replay 3rd down.
you know, you're trying to keep a drive alive. You're trying to keep yourself and your fans that are here in attendance today, trying to keep them engaged. And just more penalties. Kevin White got tackled on about the 20-yard line. Now you look, A&T's all the way back at their own 20. So Aggies fighting that uphill battle.
It'll be 3rd down and 28. Ball on the Aggie 22.
So 3rd and 28 from its own 22 for North Carolina A&T. The rush is on. The screen pass is completed to Graves as he gets hauled out of bounds by Branson Peters.
Yeah, Peters covering a lot of ground, ran like he was shot out of a cannon to track down Wesley Graves, and that's going to force a punt.
DJ Page on to punt for North Carolina A&T. That dude for Towson, 0. John Dunmore.
So Dunmore will await the punt with 4:43 to go here in the second.
Something has to change for A&T before halftime, or I don't think Raven's going to get an interview with Coach Gibbs going into the locker room.
The Tigers had their ears pinned back and were on the run. This one will take an Aggie roll inside the 25. and will be picked up at the 21. And a flag comes flying in the area of the punter, Page, who got knocked down.
And if that's a personal foul, 15-yarder on Towson.
I think it's going to be the 5-yard variety.
See what the call is.
Non-personal foul, running into the kicker.
Running into the kicker. Defense
And I
number
think
18.
the officials, they could have
That
called
penalty is declined.
the
First down,
15-yarder, but no harm, no foul, I guess, on that 5-yarder. Offense for Towson is going to hit the field, and don't take your foot off the gas if you're Towson. You came into the game talking that talk. Right now you're walking that walk.
Oh, they were talking.
The Aggies right now still shell-shocked.
First down and 10 for Towson at their 21.
So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Tigers from its own 21 with 4:17 to go here in the second. Tigers in control, leading by 32. Nowhere to go on play number 1 of the drive for the Tigers, as Phillips was the carrier.
A&T right now, it's all about pride for the remaining 4 minutes of this first half. Can't allow any more points. I mean, I've seen crazy things happen in sports. I've seen comebacks happen, but you have to come up with stops. And right now, defensively, A&T hadn't been able to stop Towson here in this first half. And adjustments have to be made, but get to that locker room and look yourself in the mirrors if you're North Carolina A&T.
Well, the Tigers have won both matchups in this series. Today, of course, the third meeting between these two squads. Indorf opens up, finds Dunmore. He's wrapped up and thrown out of bounds by Harris after a gain of about 4.
Indorf's pass complete.
Again, defensively, get off the field.
Aaron Harris on the stop.
If you're A&T,
Gain of 3. Brings up 3rd down and 7.
try to get the ball back, because Towson gets the ball to start the third quarter. So, this is a must stop. I mean, every drive is a must stop, but you cannot allow Towson to put a drive together and compound that with them getting the ball back to start the third quarter.
2 on the play clock. Indorf canvassing, has all day long, still looking to throw. Now a flag comes out, and that one is complete to Zay Perkins. And now a flag comes in for roughing the passer as well. So that's going to counteract the holding call.
Back at the line of scrimmage.
So we'll see what the penalties are, but all day, like you mentioned, for Indorf back there to find someone free in the secondary. Aggies did a pretty good job up until the last moment.
Holding. Offense number 74. Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense number 7. Those penalties offset. Replay 3rd down.
So we will replay 3rd down. And penalties continue to be a problem for North Carolina A&T. You had a chance there to potentially get off the field or pin Towson back deep, get a short field, and give yourself some time before the half. Now, Towson gets another opportunity to try and keep the drive alive.
Penalties for the Aggies so far in this first half.
8 penalties, 80 yards. Indorf will motion Perkins. Throws and completes it to Doss. And that'll be good for a 1st down to keep the drive alive.
You're right, partner. That's what happens when you shoot yourself in the foot. You commit that penalty, give them another opportunity.
And we've reached the 2-minute timeout with $1:58 to go in the second quarter. 35-3, North Carolina A&T trailing Towson. We're taking a timeout. We're back after this.
It's a new year at Green Ford.
That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month. Or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
I have seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
A land-grant university started small. How did it grow into the nation's largest HBCU?
It is a gateway for people to change their lives.
Explore the history and legacy of North Carolina A&T.
You have produced some of our nation's finest leaders.
With its deep roots in agriculture and a focus on STEM education.
This is Generation A&T.
Our blues make us gold.
Using these type of cleansers could be damaging and stripping your skin. I use new Olay cleansing melts every day. Just soak, activate, and wash to clean, tone, and refresh. That's a 3 times better clean. Olay.
Back with you here in Greensboro. Indorf getting set to run the 2-minute offense. He'll throw over the middle. And that one will fall incomplete. Let's go ahead and send it down to the third member of our team, Raven Douglas.
Thanks, guys. Prior to play just now, Coach Jones, the defensive coordinator, and Coach Courtney Cord pulled the defense aside and reminded them of a saying they've been saying all season. If something good happens, keep playing. If something bad happens, keep playing. There's a lot of football left to play, but they have to cut down on the mistakes, stop hurting themselves, and take themselves off of the schedule, as Coach Gibbs also has said a few times throughout this season. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven. Second down for North Carolina A&T as Indorf will open up, toss to the sideline, and complete it to Doss. He able to break out of that first tackle into Aggies territory, skips down the sideline, and he is home free. Touchdown Tigers, as Doss has now earned 1,000 yards rushing in his career. Receiving, excuse me.
And what looked like a pretty good game, but not a touchdown from Doss. He just breaks one tackle, tips those down that sideline. I don't know how he stayed in bounds, but excellent footwork on the sideline. Multiple defenders had an opportunity to get him to the ground. He just runs down that sideline, and again, Towson still walking that walk here in Greensboro.
The Tigers riding high here on the east side as Williams will punch this one through with ease. Going to be a lot of soul searching in the Aggies locker room come the intermission.
Soul searching, definitely soul searching. Probably a lot of things being thrown around in the locker room. I don't know if it's a combination of Halloween being last night. Don't know what the guys did off the field, but it looked promising. That initial drive drove down the field, got in field goal range. Andrew Brown puts the Aggies up 3-0, but since that moment, it's been all Towson Tigers. And it's like a totally different team here in Greensboro than it was last week. Not quite sure what I'm noticing differently from A&T. I'm trying to put my finger on it. I know defensively last week A&T able to get stops when they needed it. They're not able to stop a nosebleed right now versus Towson.
39 unanswered points for the Tigers.
Taking on 47, Caden Williams. Back deep. Should be Blizzard, number 9 and number 88.
And I've said it multiple times. Kudos to Towson for coming in here ready to play. When a team that's not having a type of season that they envisioned to start, looks like they want their season to restart here today.
Kennedy trying to find that spark, and he is tripped up at around the 35 from behind. So a decent kick return for Elijah Kennedy. Will have the Aggies start this drive at the 36 with 1:32 to go in the second.
And I think the object here for A&T, of course, you're down big, one play at a time. You know, as a former college athlete, I mean, I've been in some of these situations before where, like, you get down big and, you know, you don't see the light at the end of the tunnel, but one play at a time, execute each possession, each play, and try to stack them on top of each other.
White throws, able to find Dillard, and he is shoved out of bounds. And now there's an injured Aggie down behind the play. Looks like it's Corian Sharp.
To number 5, Javon Dillard. It's enough.
For Towson, they've done such a good job of getting into the face of Kevin White, disrupting his rhythm, really getting in his head, so to speak, and he's thrown 2 interceptions in this first half and hasn't been the most accurate quarterback. So for Kevin White, you know, just let it go. I mean, you're down big here, so making a mistake.
White over the middle, and that one almost falls incomplete. He has completed less than 44% of his passes.
Yeah, airmailed that one, but that's another anticipating pressure by Kevin White. You mentioned, Turk, less than 200 yards passing the last 2 ball games, but you don't mind that if you get a win like A&T did last week versus Campbell, but obviously down 42-3, you're going to have to throw the ball a lot here the rest of this half and going into half number 2.
2nd and 10. White under pressure. He'll throw down the sideline, and that one off the mark. Incomplete.
White's pass incomplete.
That's the 3rd time he's thrown a deep route on the fade. Just been a couple of steps ahead of the intended target. Now A&T just cannot find their rhythm.
White able to find Dillard again. That'll be good for a first down to keep the drive alive.
I think Towson to give up those first downs, nothing over the top, make A&T earn it. But that's what you have to do if you're the Aggies. Easy pitch and catch. Go back to your mechanics. Go back to the fundamentals. If you're Kevin White.
First and 10. White steps up, able to break free from that first tackle. Now a flag comes in, and that one will drop to the grass as Blizzard could not get there. Towson saying it's against A&T.
Holding.
And it sure is.
Offense, number 51. 10-yard penalty. Replay first down.
If I'm not mistaken, double-digit penalties in this half for the Aggies. Not going to win many ball games committing this many penalties. Backbreakers as well.
65 seconds to go in half number 1. Towson in total control. White throws towards the sideline for Kennedy, and he can't get there.
Aggies continue to take shots, but good coverage on the back end and the secondary for Towson.
White's pass incomplete. 2nd down and 20 for the Aggies at their 48.
For A&T, I would love to be a fly on the wall in the locker room.
I don't know. That fly swatter might hurt.
Choice words for sure. White taking off.
And he'll slide in between the sticks.
Right on the keeper, across midfield.
We wind down this first half. Towson, I'm just impressed with the mindset that Towson had. I got here about an hour and a half before kickoff, and the first thing you told me, hey, you missed the fireworks on the field prior to the game, and Towson has come out ready to play.
Well, the Tigers have carried them through to the ball game, and now a flag comes in backed by Kevin White as he was
There is a flag on the play.
hit and comes up limping.
Personal foul, roughing the passer. Defense number 6. 15-yard penalty for the end of the
That'll
play.
add 15
Automatic first
to
down.
this one, and the Aggies are now at the 25.
For A&T, you'll take all the help you can get
North
to try
Carolina A&T has elected to have the ball started on
to
the
get a
snap.
good feeling going into that locker room. You want to finish off this drive with a touchdown if you can. Towson, it's an excellent first half of football played by the Tigers.
First down and 10, North Carolina A&T at the Towson.
So first and 10 for the Aggies, 27.9 seconds to go. White will tuck it, run it, bumps into a lineman, and gets back to the line of scrimmage. A&T will call timeout.
Timeout. North Carolina A&T. That's their first
A&T,
timeout of the
they're trying
half.
to utilize the legs of
30-second
Kevin
timeout.
White. Trying to catch Towson's defense slipping. Towson able to sniff that one out for minimum gain. You see the body language there of Kevin White. Has to be a tough feeling down there on the field for the Aggies, but again, these are the times where you got to stay together as a team, because that's all you have. And with these penalties, you really have yourself to blame partially for this deficit. You're not going to be able to compete against your opponent and yourself. So it's going to be tough for A&T, but Coach Gibbs trying to get them together at halftime and correct some of these issues and errors. For Coach Shinnick, what can you say to your team at halftime? I need you to do more. You scored 42 points in a half. I think that's pretty darn good.
Second and 10 from the 25 for the Aggies. White under pressure throws, and Warren was nowhere near that one.
A miscommunication. Jamison Warren and Kevin White.
The official's going to give A&T a break there and say Warren was close enough to it. We've seen that same call go the other way this season.
We saw it last week, and we saw a penalty on A&T for similar type play.
White tracked down under pressure. Now working down the sideline, and he'll tumble to the 18.
Right on the keeper.
That's an excellent job of Kevin White avoiding the blitzer.
Fourth down and 2 for North Carolina A&T.
Picking up almost enough for the first down. Here, do you go for it on fourth, or do you bring Andrew Brown out and get 6 more points? And
please reset the game
you
clock
would love to get
12
points
seconds.
for this
Clock
drive.
will start on the snap.
Oh, a timeout has been taken. I think the Aggies are going to discuss this and see if they're going to go for it or kick the field goal. I mean, at this point,
yeah, well,
you need the 6.
You're down 39. I've to my recollection, I don't remember a 39-point comeback. So as a coach, you're thinking like, hey, should I take the points and try to get a good vibe?
The card says
the
go
locker
for
room.
it.
Yeah, the card does say go for it, but the card also, speed limit also says 65 on the highway, and people don't they don't pay attention to that either.
Yeah, but they're usually going faster, not slower.
But if you get no points here, you feel terrible.
White rolls out, throws, finds Dillard, lowers his shoulder, reaches, and doesn't get it. That's a turnover on downs for North Carolina A&T, as the Tigers, with 3.9 seconds to go, are going to carry a very large lead into the locker room.
On that fourth down play, you don't run to the sticks. You try to rely on the receiver to get yards after the catch, and short tackling from Towson. No points. And again, I did not see this coming. I really didn't.
Towson seems content to bring a 39-point advantage into the locker room. Indorf will take a knee, and that will do it for half number 1. All Towson Tigers here in Greensboro, as North Carolina A&T, unable to get anything going after the first drive, will send it down to Raven Douglas, standing by with Sean Gibbs.
Coach, obviously not the ideal position going into the locker room. What about today is keeping you guys out of rhythm?
Turnovers, 2 turnovers, a block punt. Like, everything that can go wrong is going wrong right now. So we got to try to find a way to go in here and collect ourselves and come out and play a way better second half. I know it's, ain't no 38-point plays, so we're going to have to chip away one play at a time. That's all we can do.
Got it. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Back to you guys.
Oh, Damian. 42-3, Towson in control. As we take a timeout, we'll step aside and regroup for half number 2.
It's a new year at Green Ford. That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX, or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month, or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
I have seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing, and who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence, and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
A land-grant university started small. How did it grow into the nation's largest HBCU?
It is a gateway for people to change their lives.
Explore the history and legacy of North Carolina A&T.
You have produced some of our nation's finest leaders.
With its deep roots in agriculture and a focus on STEM education.
This is Generation A&T.
Our blues make us gold.
Using these type of cleansers could be damaging and stripping your skin. I use new Olay cleansing melts every day. Just soak, activate, and wash to clean, tone, and refresh. That's a 3 times better clean. Olay.
It's a new year at Green Ford. That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX, or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month, or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
I have seen significant changes in my skin. Good Molecules is everything.
My skin looks flawless. My skin is just glowing. And who doesn't want that?
Good Molecules made an amazing difference in my skin. My skin has glowed up completely.
Hyperpigmentation cleared up a lot. My skin tone is a lot smoother.
I've truly seen a difference in my skin. Now I have confidence and now I'm glowing.
I feel confident in my skin once again, thanks to Good Molecules.
A land-grant university started small. How did it grow into the nation's largest HBCU?
It is a gateway for people to change their lives.
Explore the history and legacy of North Carolina A&T.
You have produced some of our nation's finest leaders.
With its deep roots in agriculture and a focus on STEM education.
This is Generation A&T.
Our blues make us gold.
Using these type of cleansers could be damaging and stripping your skin. I use new Olay cleansing melts every day. Just soak, activate, and wash to clean, tone, and refresh. That's a 3 times better clean. Olay.
F-150 has power up front and out back. With up to 7.2 kilowatts in the bed, Pro Power Onboard lets you plug in the tools you need and get work done almost anywhere. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
It's a new year at Green Ford. That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month. Or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
This is the CAA on FloCollege.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Adrian Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast menu, a sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in...
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
read and run, go to the beach, hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Ford F-150 has power up front and out back. With up to 7.2 kilowatts in the bed, Pro Power Onboard lets you plug in the tools you need and get work done almost anywhere. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
read and run, go to the beach, hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles,
employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in
This is the CAA on FloCollege.
Thank you very much. My name is Andrew Smith, and I popped into my local McDonald's to get my two favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast meal, a sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you in McDonald's soon.
It's a new year at Green Ford. That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month. Or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
Ford F-150 has power up front and out back. With up to 7.2 kilowatts in the bed, Pro Power Onboard lets you plug in the tools you need and get work done almost anywhere. Tough this smart can only be called F-150.
It's a new year at Green Ford. That means we have new, amazing specials for you. Save $12,400 on the 2024 Ford F-150 STX or finance for $494 per month. Get the 2025 Escape, just $378 per month. Or the 2024 Ford Bronco Sport Big Bend 4-wheel drive automatic, only $403 per month. All come with the Green Ford Advantage. It's a new year at Green Ford. Built Ford proud, staying strong and moving you forward. That's Green Ford.
This is the CAA on FloCollege.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Andrew Smith, and I popped into my local McDonald's to get my two favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast meat, a sausage McMuffin and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you in McDonald's soon.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Let's talk about SAC. SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee. We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Back here at halftime at Greensboro, North Carolina, Truist Stadium, North Carolina A&T and Towson. Let's take a look at the first half stats, and it's all Towson Tigers. 294 yards of total offense for Towson, 42 points for A&T. Struggled mightily. 81 passing yards, 79 rushing yards, and 2 turnovers for the Aggies as North Carolina A&T trails Towson 42-3 at the halftime break. And it's North Carolina A&T coming off of a big win here at home last week versus Campbell. Just not the same team this afternoon as we take a look at some of the highlights from the first half of this ball game, and most of the highlights are going to be Towson. But how about Andrew Brown for North Carolina A&T, a program record 56-yard field goal to make it 3-0. But Andrew Indoor breaking not 1, not 2, not 3 tackles, and finding Al Wooten II for a touchdown reception for Towson. Kicker Caden Williams tacks on a field goal for Towson, and special teams at it again for the Tigers. Blocked field goal, scoop and score touchdown for Towson. Xavion Crum. Tigers were off and running, and it was all Towson there in that first half as another touchdown run for Towson, and again 42-3. And head coach Pete Shinnick and Towson coming into this ball game losers of 3 straight, trying to get a dub here in Greensboro, and they're well on their way. Again, thank you for joining us. I'm Damian Banks alongside my partner Spencer Turkin. And Turk, first half
all Tigers.
As my Spanish friends would say, no bueno.
That is for sure. As guess who just walked in the booth here? All-time legend,
the man, the myth, the
Tubby
legend.
Smith has just come in. He's taken in his first A&T football game. Always good to see Coach. It's been a while since I've seen Coach, but yeah. Why don't we bring Coach Smith on here for a little bit? It's always great to see you. So, Coach, been a while since I've gotten a chance to catch up with you. How is everything?
Going good. I think the last time we were doing a game together.
It's been a while. It's been a while.
Spencer, you look good though, man.
I appreciate you, Coach. Thank you. Always good to see you. What? I know that this was an opportunity for you to catch a little A&T football.
Absolutely. I've been meaning to come over and watch games, and like with the obviously it's a tough day today, but we've been there before. I've coached, I've played.
No doubt.
You're going to have days like this, but let's see what happens in the second half. But I know good turnout, beautiful day today. So, but again, football was my number one sport for a while until I got hurt when I was in high school, and my high school basketball coach said, tell me you need to concentrate on basketball.
That worked out for you, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
I saw you just ran into Monte Ross, A&T's head coach, in the hall. Obviously, basketball season tips off this week. How excited are you for college basketball to get going?
I'm on a number of committees, Coaches versus Cancer. I'm on the NIT selection committee. I'm on the NCAA advisory board. So, yeah, it's a busy time, and I'm trying to stay involved and stay busy. Now that we're in retirement. But then again, my wife said, when are you going to start saying no?
I didn't know that word was in your vocabulary. Unless someone took a bad shot and you're like, no. That's about the only time I've seen you say that word. So.
Yeah. Well, who's A&T? They've got the rest of their schedule. I'm looking here now. They've got Towson, then they play who the next one?
At Stony Brook, then Monmouth, and then at Elon to wrap things up for the Aggies in football.
Schedule. So this conference. What is it now called? The Coastal?
The Coastal. It is a gauntlet the entire way.
Pretty competitive.
The game.
I know.
After this is
A&T was in the conference in the Big South for a few years.
Yep.
Maybe a year or two they were in it. And they did a heck of a job, I thought. They had a good win against Campbell, so they're very capable of beating people. I like their quarterback too. He's pretty. I had a tough day passing, but he's got legs. He got some wheels. He can run.
When he commits to it, he can move the football. As a penalty will push Towson back for their first drive of the second half, 42-3. The Tigers are leading it here in Greensboro. So a long bus trip down for the Tigers, and looks like they've got fresh legs and are ready to go as the Floridian freshman Andrew Indorf is in the gun and will command the offense. Play action.
Good
finds
job.
his favorite target, Dunmore, and he is gang tackled out on the wing.
Good defensive read there. Well, they came out ready to play. You can tell. Well, good luck in the second half.
I'll let you get back to it, Coach Smith. Always great seeing you.
Thank you.
Tubby Smith, the legend, stopping by the booth. And actually, I got to get a quick picture because we got to send that to Cy Alexander that I got to see you. You know, he's always looking to say hello, and so it's always wonderful to see you, Coach. Stay well, and we'll talk soon, okay?
The only person I give my headset up to.
Tubby Smith right there.
I don't usually give the headset up.
A wonderful catch by Sam Reynolds as we send it down to the sideline. Raven Douglas is standing by.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to talk with Towson head coach Pete Shinnick. He's in his second season as head coach with the Tigers. He just said that his guys are just really locked in today. I asked him about what is the difference for this team coming out today. Said his guys were just really focused. They were dialed in all week in practice. They had a lot of energy, came out with a lot of energy. So we're just seeing the results of focused preparation from this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven. And I would say that the preparation this week from the Tigers, pristine.
Well, you're trying to break a 3-game losing streak, so you got to be locked in. You don't luck into a win in college football. So with Towson, they put the work in, and it showed there in that first half. And again, for Coach Shinnick, he's been successful at all of his stops, having won a national championship at the Division II level at West Florida, and still using that Florida panhandle as a fertile recruiting ground. As quarterback Indoor from the Sunshine State. And he's out there wheeling and dealing this afternoon.
And he deals another one up the seam to Kamarion Battles.
And for the Aggies, they're not going to feel sorry for you. You're going to have to stop Towson and get off the field. Towson is not going to take their foot off the gas pedal. So for A&T, you got to man up and make plays on the defensive side of the football as well as offense. You're not getting a ton of pressure with your front four. You don't want to blitz, and that'll leave spaces in the secondary. So really behind the 8 ball.
Indorf lofts it to Doss, and he brings it in at the 25.
And if Doss can not leap and catch that, if he just runs under it and catches it, he's still running down the sideline for a touchdown. Again, Towson, they're not going to just kneel the ball for the entire second half. They're going to continue to run their offense and put pressure on North Carolina A&T's defense.
Indorf, a day and a half, tucks it and is slammed down inside the sticks.
You mentioned a day and a half, just not a lot of pressure up front from A&T. That was one of my keys to the games. Control the line of scrimmage for A&T, and for Towson, protect your quarterback. They've done a really good job of doing that this afternoon, affording Andrew Indorf a ton of time to throw the football.
Brings up 2nd and 9. Indorf sets up the play out of the backfield, and that one is knocked away, incomplete.
Good way not to give up on that play.
Incomplete.
Jordan Kimbrough Campbell gets a hand in it late to rip it away. Breaks up that potential touchdown grab. See, look at the replay. Indorf waiting for the play to develop, a little RPO action. Just a good effort defensively. As the receiver couldn't make the catch into the ground. Tight end C.J. Schaefer.
It'll bring up 3rd and 9. And there was some movement. Indorf took a little hop step before the ball got back to him. And it looks like a timeout was taken.
That's their first time out of the half.
by the Tigers. Somebody on the sideline didn't like something that they saw out on the field.
And for Towson, again, they're not coming out running the football in the third quarter, even though they're up 42-3. They're still running their offense. They're still trying to get their offense clicking on all cylinders. And up until this point, it's been a disappointing season. Went 5-3 in the CAA last season under head coach Pete Shinnick. 7-win season for the Tigers, and right now struggling, but coming into this ball game, preparing themselves to win, and they're doing just that on the field. Raven talking to Coach Gibbs prior to the halftime break said, we got to stop the penalties. We got to, make plays of our own as well, and A&T just have not made enough plays in this ball game so far.
When you think about how amped everybody was after last week, can you even fathom the drop in emotion?
That's why I said I did not see this coming. Given the way that A&T won the ball game last week, I felt that the carryover to the week of practice and again playing at home in front of the fans would give you enough juice to stack CAA wins on top of each other.
Indorf sends the man in motion, throws it back over the middle as Londano is able to hold on at the 20. And it will be short of the first down marker by about 2 yards. And the field goal unit will pop on for the Tigers.
Indorf wanted to go for it, but 4th and about 4, you're going to give your place kicker, Caden Williams, an opportunity here to add a field goal to the tally for the Tigers.
It'll be a 38-yard attempt for the Southpaw, Caden Williams, out of Allen, Texas. Hold is down, kick on the way, and it is good. Add 3 to the board. 45-3, North Carolina A&T behind the Towson Tigers with 10:20 to go in the third. We'll take a timeout. We're back after this on My 48.
Media timeout.
Hampton University and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Every year the NBA has the HBCU Classic at the NBA All-Star Game, and you guys will be there.
The NBA provides an international platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA, we're coming for A&T. We know it's going to be a great game, but we also know we're going to bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Intercollegiate athletics are on the rise in North Carolina A&T, and you can play an important part in helping our student athletes achieve their best potential. The All Aggies All In capital campaign aims to bring together regular Aggies from across the spectrum to raise critical additional scholarship dollars and funds to address other priority needs that shape the student athlete experience. Whether you can give $5 or $500, there's a place in the All Aggies All In campaign for you. So get in where you fit in. We invite you to take out your cell phone and text GIVE to AAF to 71777. That's GIVE to AAF to 71777 on your cell phone messaging app today, as Caden Williams will get set to give this one a ride. Aaron Harris and Elijah Kennedy are back deep to receive the kickoff. We'll see which strategy the Tigers employ here. Do they keep it on the ground or put it up in the air? And this one is up in the air. Kennedy will field it at the 11. Looking for some running room, slides through a few tacklers and is popped at the 22. He'll be granted the 23 on forward progress.
Kickoff team for Towson, not allowing A&T to break anything out in the open, and just been an all-around good effort for Towson in this ball game. But for A&T, can't look up at the scoreboard. As Coach Gibbs said, at that point there was no 39-point plays. So now there are no, if my math is correct, no 42-point plays. So take it one play at a time, stack first downs on top of first downs.
White will give it to Graves, who bobbles it, hauls it in, and is able to earn himself about 8 yards as he touched the chalk on the sideline prior to reaching the first down marker.
That was the same play that the Aggies started the ball game with. Pass to Wesley Graves out of the backfield, and first down on the initial play, first down on that play as well. So good way to start your drive for the Aggies.
Second and 2. The handoff to Graves, and he is able to just earn the first down.
And for North Carolina A&T, nothing has gone right so far in this ball game. Penalties, defense, giving up a ton of points. So I mentioned at halftime, just getting back to trying to be able to run the football consistently. And running the football is not just a way to, eat up yards, but you control the clock, you keep your opponent's offense off of the field and your opponent's defense on the field. You really dictate how the game is played if you can run the football, and A&T has not been able to do that today.
White surveying, and he'll keep it himself and will escort himself out of bounds. You're right, Damien, and this is a team in North Carolina A&T that typically this season has controlled the pace of play. 30 minutes and 38 seconds time of possession heading into today is what the Aggies average in a ball game. And so when you think about that and how little control they've had today, it is somewhat shocking.
And being able to run the football does that if you're North Carolina A&T. Especially when you're not an explosive running team, you're picking up 4 or 5 yards a play, 3, 4 or 5 yards a play, you can stack those first downs on top of each other and control the clock.
White gets driven into the ground and will throw this one away. Now it's whistled an incomplete pass. It took a second there.
Officials late making that call. Not sure if they're asking for a grounding penalty here as well. White had pressure in his face on the rollout. Now the penalty comes down.
And a flag on the play.
Intentional grounding. Offense number 0. The ball did not get to the line of scrimmage, and there was no receiver
limping
in
as
the
well
area.
on the field.
Lost it down at the spot of the foul. Fourth down.
And they're going to call intentional grounding on that one. There were no Aggies in the area.
It's going to be a big loss on the play as well. Down. So 1 step forward for A&T, 2 steps back. And this just has not been what Coach Gibbs and North Carolina A&T envisioned in this ball game, I'm sure. If they continue to hurt themselves with penalties. Now it's going to be 3rd and forever here for Kevin White in this offense.
You're resetting
it's a
the
good
spot
thing that
of
I
the
have a
foul.
lot of Halloween
It's at
candy.
the 24-yard line. Third down.
Yeah, but most of it's not chocolate, so it's not the good stuff. I mean, I see a little bit in here.
Kit Kats,
yeah, but you got like
Snickers.
you got the green Twix.
It was Halloween, the ghoulish green.
Play action.
Don't be a
White
hater like Raven.
To the sideline, and that one incomplete as Carlock Williams was the target.
Incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
And that pass again off target. White's been off target for the majority of this ball game. Some of it mechanics, some of it pressure in his face. Just has not been able to get into rhythm, and you see the disappointment as he comes to the sideline.
John Dunmore back deep for the Aggies.
Not the afternoon that I thought that it would be for North Carolina A&T.
Page to kick this one away. It'll be Dunmore for the Tigers back to receive. A nice ride from Page to the 28, where it is secured for a fair catch by Dunmore.
Again, defense back on the field for A&T. And I mentioned it a couple of times, nobody's going to feel sorry for you on the defensive side of the football. You got to stop your opponent. And when Towson came out firing to start the third quarter, I'm sure they're going to do much of the same.
First down and 10, Towson. They'll begin the drive.
Endorf trots back out on the field.
8-yard line.
It's going to be up to the Aggies to stop Towson and get off the field.
The Tigers elect to keep it on the ground to begin this drive. As the pile's still moving.
Second and third efforts there.
26. Caddy Phillips on the carry.
Towson.
Stop made by a host of Aggies.
Kasheen Phillips
Second down and 5.
gets 5 out of that one. And Towson hadn't been able to run the football at an elite level, let's say, so far this season. If you're up 42, 45-3, this is a time where you can work on your run game, I think, if you're Towson. And try to get that on track and add that to the repertoire.
Endorf lofts it up the seam, and that one is incomplete. C.J. Schaefer was the receiver that was looking to get under that one.
Sorry about that, partner. Or you can get behind the secondary continuously.
Well, that's nothing new for A&T. That middle of the field has been the weak point for the Aggies defense all season. If you put a tape on, that is the first thing you notice.
And it's a tough cover for safeties to cover tight ends and wide receivers, especially when you're focused on running downhill and you often get beat with double moves. But you mentioned that middle of the field for A&T this season has been wide open.
Endorf under pressure takes a big hit, throws it towards the sideline, and Doss cannot come up with it as it's broken up.
Endorf pounded, paying for that pass attempt. The Aggies get off the field defensively. See here on the replay. Rusher bearing down on Endorf. There's Josh Isaiah.
Tyler Howard was the man on the coverage, and he's the guy who last week put a couple of big hits on Campbell.
And last week's defense for A&T wasn't perfect. They were beat on some long plays, but they came up with stops when they needed in that second half and propelling A&T to the comeback win. But going to take much more of that effort in this ball game. And again, Coach Gibbs has said, and many coaches have told me before, it's no 30-point play or 25-point play or however much you're down by. Just got to try to be consistent in your approach and take it one play at a time. I think their mantra is something good happens, keep playing, something bad happens, keep playing. One of my coaches used to love to say, chop wood and carry water. Just keep going.
Well, how about this? Noah Sanders is in at quarterback. He replaced Nelson Lane against Hampton, led the 2-minute offense in the touchdown drive. Took the Aggies into overtime, won that ball game in double overtime, and we haven't seen him since.
Kevin White, just the body language of White coming off the sideline after that last A&T possession didn't look great. So coaches make a change, and you mentioned Noah Sanders provided that spark in the other win on the season.
2nd down and 10 for the Aggies.
Versus Hampton, and Sanders in the ball game now for A&T at the quarterback position.
2nd and 10 as number 10 is in there to lead the offense. Seven on the play clock. Sanders looks, throws, completes the pass over the middle. And that is good for a first down as Shamik Blizzard is able to get a few yards after the catch.
Accurate pass, check down to Blizzard. Blizzard open in the secondary. Sometimes it's not rocket science.
First down. First down and 10 for the Aggies at their 25.
A&T picks up the first down.
So the Aggies will work 1st and 10 with 5:43 to go here in the third. Back to the ground. And the Tigers able to penetrate through that offensive line and stop the rush. That's been the big thing today. I mean, you said whoever controlled the line of scrimmage was going to control the game. The Towson offensive and defensive lines today have been superb.
And again, I mentioned Towson being able to protect Endorf was a key. And they've been able to do that. And on the other end of the spectrum for A&T, White was under pressure. Mike White under a lot of pressure in the ball game, and he's been taken out for
Sanders.
Noah Sanders.
Pummeled.
Sanders under pressure as well.
And the Towson Tiger player that provided the rush actually got hurt on that hit.
Injured Towson player on the field.
Not quite sure what happened on that one. Let's hope he's okay, but see Noah Sanders there taking over for Kevin White, and White just not playing up to the standard that you need to win the ball game. So he's been subbed out, and right now we're sitting at 5:02 left in the third, and still 45-3 is the score. A&T trying to just get some positive vibes going on this drive.
Well, if you're the Aggies, you head on the road next week to Stony Brook, a team that beat this Towson squad. Then you see Monmouth, and then you're at Elon. That's a tough end to the season.
Well, tougher than a $2 steak, actually. And this is when you're going to learn about your ball club, especially after a lot. Let's assume that Aggies are not going to be able to come back in this one. After a loss like this, to go on the road and take on another quality opponent and then come back here for Monmouth, which is having a great season as well.
Yep.
So A&T is going to have to figure some things out for the remainder of this ball game and this week's practice. Who are we? What are we? And we have to stick together some way, somehow.
Sanders will send the man in motion, 3rd and 10. Tosses it towards the sideline, too tall, and that will fall incomplete.
Another pass that gets away from an A&T quarterback. Aggies got to punt it. And again, I've said it a couple times, but I did not see this coming. My film study, I saw that Towson had talent. Towson has excellent speed at receiver. Endorf, a young guy, sometimes when you play a young quarterback, he doesn't know any better. So he's out there, playing freely. But I didn't see a huge disparity in talent between the two teams. And with A&T coming off of a big win, I thought that they really had momentum coming into this ball game. But Towson really flipped the script, came out here with a mindset prior to the game, ready to win, and really has put it towards A&T. And Towson up 45-3 in Greensboro here at Truist Stadium. We'll be back. 48.
It'll be first down and 10.
This is the CAA on FloCollege.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Hey, thank you very much. My name is Adrian Smith, and I stopped into my local McDonald's to get my 2 favorite breakfast items on the buy one, get one for $1 breakfast meat, a sausage McMuffin, and my hash brown. I'll be back at lunchtime today to get a $5 meal deal featuring a chicken sandwich. Hope to see you at McDonald's soon.
Acknowledge the Aggies who are connected to our nation's heroes, starting with senior place kicker and punter Jay Higgins. So Jay Higgins has a sister who is active military right now, and then on top of that, their grandfather is a veteran. Jay Higgins is actually going to join the Army himself. He signed the contract post-graduation. On top of that, some of his teammates have family who are veterans. Mitchell Etheridge's cousin is a vet and as well is a police officer. Bryson Ruddy, his father is a policeman. Jody Freeman's father is a veteran. Noah Sanders' dad is a retired colonel with the U.S. Marine Corps. And Jonathan Kimbrough Campbell, his father is retired Army. So a lot of family to just look up to and follow behind. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven, as Indorf will walk himself out of bounds, and we thank all of those individuals for their service. And how about that decision there to sign a contract and join the armed forces after school here? Pretty selfless.
Big step in your life as well. You get that college degree, able to move on to your professional career. For Jay Higgins, and mentioned a lot of his family member in the military, so he's just following in those footsteps. And got a bunch of people in my family in the military as well. Brother retired from the Army, one brother retired from the Navy, uncle retired from the Marines, granddad, World War II veteran. So yeah, military runs in a lot of families, especially around here in North Carolina.
1st and 10 for the Tigers. Indorf looking, heaves it down the numbers, and that one will fall incomplete as Kamarion Battles lost it in the sky.
Head coach Pete Shinnick and the Towson Tigers do not care that they are up 45-3. They're going to continue to run their offense. They're going to continue to take their shots down the field. And that's another wide receiver in the secondary. Just a inexcusable. I'm trying to find the right words defensively for A&T because they played fairly well last week. You limit a Campbell team who was pretty high-powered themselves. You limit Campbell to 24 points and come up with several big stops in that fourth quarter. I just don't understand how A&T has played so poorly defensively today.
I mean, they got bullied.
I didn't want to say they got bullied. You know, I want to put it on not being focused. But again, you mentioned prior to the broadcast, these two teams on the field together, some shenanigans on the field, and I mentioned like, hey, that's great, but you still gotta play the game. You gotta do that during the game, and Towson has backed that talk up.
Well, Sean Gibbs has already once this season had to call his team out and explain to them that pregame hype is great, but you got to do it during the game too, and it sounds like that message may have fallen on deaf ears. Quarterback change for that one for the Tigers, as it went back to Winston Watkins.
Watkins just put his head down and tried to pick up the first, a big body.
Field goal attempt for Caden Williams, who has this well within his range as well. Two of the better field goal kickers in FCS squaring off in this one. This one is up, and it is good. Had room from a few more yards, too.
Not quite 56 yards, but Caden Williams, you mentioned, one of the better kickers in CAA football and FCS football, and bangs that one through for 3 more points for Towson. How about the Towson Tigers? Looks like they are going to break that 3-game losing streak here in Greensboro today.
The Tigers upcoming home for Villanova, then at Albany, and then return home to close out the regular season against Campbell. So some wins out there for the Tigers if they play like they did today.
And Towson, again, this could really turn their season around. Disappointing, to say the least, so far, but a performance like this can give you the confidence to move forward and finish your season strong. And I know Elijah Kennedy couldn't wait to get his hands on the ball in this week's ball game, but he didn't want to return this many kicks, I'm sure.
No, I don't think he did. Kennedy fielded inside the 10. Spins out of the first tackle and is dropped shy of the 25 in between the hash marks.
Kennedy just not able to break free in this ball game. Towson has done a good job focusing on the return game.
You mentioned it right there, the focus on the return game. Preventing A&T from having great starting field position today has been a key in this football game. It feels like every drive has been from the 25 or further towards the end zone.
And it's a key because you got to know your opponent, and you got to know that A&T, they don't produce a ton of explosives, so they pretty much drive the length of the field when they do score touchdowns. So, and everything has to go right when you drive the length of the field.
Sanders bobbled the snap, the delayed handoff, and Graves was eaten up in the backfield as Wyatt Drager led the defensive line for the Tigers to make it 2nd and 14.
Graves is eaten up in the backfield. You mentioned the line of scrimmage, being able to control it. Towson, this defensive front, really gotten the job done.
Minute 53 to go here in quarter number 3. Sanders, the keeper, and he's dragged down from behind.
Sanders on the keeper.
A&T,
Brings up 3rd down and
you would
11.
love to see them, just start from scratch. Act like it's 0-0. And try to execute your offense.
Right, you need to see a sign of life at this point.
Well, they're alive out there, but barely. They're hanging on, clinging. Definitely in need of a blood transfusion.
Sanders bobbles the snap, falls on it, and it will be downed at the 19, and the punt unit will trot out on the field for North Carolina A&T. Well, since the first drive from scrimmage for the Aggies, in which they scored 3 points, it has been an utter disaster for North Carolina A&T today.
And it started with, I think, with the broken tackle by Endorf. He broke 3 tackles for Towson's initial touchdown, and that was a sign of things to come. He broke those tackles. Towson goes up 7-3. A&T gets the ball back offensively, doesn't do anything with it. Block punt, returns it for a touchdown, and the floodgates have been open since that moment. And for A&T, this is going to be a bitter pill to swallow. I mean, film session, I'm sure, is going to be horrible for A&T this upcoming week, but you got to go through it, and you got to try to improve and get better.
I mean, yeah, I don't think there's another choice, right? You head to Stony Brook, and the last thing you want to do is get embarrassed 2 weeks in a row.
And usually teams come together on the road, much like today Towson came together on the road. So, especially if coming off of a loss like this, sky's the limit, really. There's the only way it is up for A&T. I mean, this performance, you kind of throw this in the trash can and look towards Stony Brook. But you got a whole fourth quarter to try to get some good tape, so to speak, onto, you can't just totally bash your players during film sessions. So you get some good tape in the fourth quarter and you get ready for Stony Brook.
That's the end of the third quarter.
And that is the end of the third quarter. As we head to the fourth after this timeout, we're back after this on My 48.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities. We are CAA SAC.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hang out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
There are certain games on the schedule where there's more on the line and the team gets fired up to do their very best and then some. That's how the team at Blue Cross Blue Shield of North Carolina views this enrollment season that's happening now. This is their championship game. Pick a great plan from North Carolina's most preferred health insurer at BlueCrossNC.com. Go with Blue Cross North Carolina, official health insurance partner of North Carolina A&T Athletics. Nathan Kent is in at quarterback for Towson as Andrew Indorf's day is done, 18 of 24, 294 through the air, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, completing 75% of his passes. Tremendous bounce-back day for Indorf.
So you know you've done your job as a quarterback when your backup's backup is getting the opportunity to play. Nathan Kent, good to see a senior get a chance to get on the field for a significant time. Kent probably going to finish out this ball game for Towson.
Second down to 3. Towson.
Kent will change the play.
Call him Spencer Turkin, the Yellow Jack Killer. As Spencer just saved my life, and this Yellow Jack is holding on for dear life.
It's all the candy you have in the booth.
It's a possibility that could be the case.
I mean, you would think my kids went trick-or-treating in the booth today.
No, so actually I bought entirely too much candy. So we really didn't know how the trick-or-treaters would be this year.
We got cleaned out.
Yeah, so we
cleaned out.
So, but I still bought too much candy. So, you think like, man, one more bag. You never know who's coming by, but there was a lot left over, so can't let it go to waste. I won't let it go to waste.
I hear you. Kent all day throws. It's a little low, and Zay Perkins can't hold on.
And again, for A&T, object of this fourth quarter, well, 2 objects, I think. Get some good tape so you can have some positive moments in film study, and also don't lose anybody to injury in a game that's not within reach. Start to get some of your backup some tick, get them some game experience as well.
The handoff goes to Battles, and he'll find some room and trots into the end zone. And now a flag comes flying in.
Battles.
Kamarion Battles.
There is a flag on the play.
As we await the penalty call.
And again, the object of this fourth quarter was to get some good tape, not to continuously give up big plays. And A&T just not in it here today. And
the result of the play is a touchdown. After the
Towson
play, personal foul,
pouring it on.
unnecessary roughness. Offense number 1, 15-yard penalty being forced on the kickoff.
So the
Battle with the 31-yard.
penalty will be enforced on the kickoff against Zay Perkins for an unnecessary roughness. Guess he threw a late block.
Not quite sure where that penalty occurred, but again, another touchdown, another chunk play for Towson.
Media timeout.
Tigers,
North Carolina A&T.
full control.
We'll take a timeout. It's all Towson here in Greensboro. We're back after this.
There are certain games on
Hampton
the
University
schedule.
and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Every year the NBA has the HBCU Classic at the NBA All-Star Game, and you guys will be there.
The NBA provides an international platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA, we're coming for A&T. We know it's gonna be a great game, but we also know we're gonna bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Welcome back, everyone, to Truist Stadium. Earlier this week, Coach Shinnick shared that up until this point, his team has come close but hadn't been able to put it together in order to get a win. He said in order to do that, they just needed better play all around. Well, today his players have definitely responded and stepped up. He shared that if he had to use one adjective to describe his team, he said they will be gritty. Regardless of the record, regardless of the score, they've always been able to, or fought to the end and scratch all the way to the end. Well, that's also something that Coach Gibbs has said about his team. They've been in positions like this before where they've been down a lot and just had to focus on fighting back. That's all Coach wants them to do, is not give up and find ways to continue to be better or get better toward the end of this game. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Raven. Pete Shinnick was pretty clear with us on the phone this week. He expected his team to be ready to go.
Well, 3 straight losses at a point you get tired of losing.
I would say that they responded.
They're going to be a pretty decent bus ride back to Maryland for Towson.
55 unanswered points here in Greensboro, which will best the 31 straight from last year that they scored, as Blizzard will be shoved out of bounds.
Shamik Blizzard on the return, pushed out of bounds by a Tiger defender.
Now A&T, again, it's a lot of time left in the fourth quarter. So you got to keep playing. I mean, obviously you're not going to be able to come back in this ball game try to stack a couple of good drives together. So, again, you don't want to completely tear down your players after a bad performance, which would be easy to do. You want to be able to have some good tape from this game as well.
And how about this? Nelson Lane available and back for North Carolina A&T. Blizzard gets taken down back at the 30, and a flag comes in the vicinity of holding.
Stop made.
And so with the third quarterback playing today for A&T, maybe some quarterback competition this upcoming week here in Greensboro.
Shot block. Offense, number 66 and 76. That penalty is declined. Second down.
Kevin White is.
And how about this? It was actually a chop block on two Aggies.
Loss of 5.
That's a rare thing. Two chop blocks
Correction.
on the same play.
They've accepted
Sterling
the penalty.
Wiggins
It'd be 10
and
yards
Noah
from the previous spot.
Okoye.
Replay second down.
More penalties for A&T, just a sign of things that have happened in this ball game. And that paying attention to detail. Sometimes as a player, when the coach tell you it's the little things, you don't really hear it. You hear it, but you're not listening.
The down will be first down.
But a lot of times it's the little things, and they pile up. You get one penalty, two penalty, that turns into 12, 13 with over 100 yards by the end of the game. Couple that with your offense not being able to move the football, turning the ball over. You're not going to win consistently that way. A&T just bad performance for the Aggies today. But that's the beautiful thing about football. They got a chance to redeem themselves next week.
Lane short on the attempt to Brown. As the Aggies are just throwing anything up in the air now to see what sticks, and so far, nothing.
Brown trying to turn around and locate the football. Just trying to provide a spark and make a big play. Again, one thing that I commend are the fans who are still here in the stadium. These are the faithful folks who are going to be behind you, win, lose, or draw, if you're North Carolina A&T. So a lot of times it's just you. You have your teammates back, and after a game like today, it's not going to be a whole bunch of people on campus patting your back like last week.
Lane finds Aaron White to get back into the sticks at the 40.
Number 85, Aaron White. It's enough for another.
Good pitch and catch there from Nelson Lane to Aaron White. And few and far between in this ball game.
Third down and 7 for the Aggies.
Aggies still trying to pick up the first.
It'll be 3rd and 7. Pressure coming from Towson. Lane tucks it, runs it, and he has some grass in front of him. He's down the sideline to the 20, 10, and in for 6.
Nelson Lane showing off the wheels. And that's something that Kevin White had in this game as well. Lane showing off the speed, season opening, and he's gone. See here, good blocking up front initially. Man-to-man coverage in the secondary, and that almost tackles shoestring there. Lane able to get out of it. As Dumkelly Idahan couldn't bring down Nelson Lane, and something that the Aggies can celebrate here finally, breaking that 55 straight point streak. It's kind of hard to say out loud from Towson.
So the Aggies finally respond.
At one point in this ball game, A&T up 3-0 in the first quarter. It's all Towson up until that point.
And how about this? Jay Hagan's on for the extra point, and he punches it through. So congratulations, young man. Putting that one in between the uprights and getting himself a point before he joins the armed forces.
And I think that was a salute to Jay Higgins. You're a senior, let's get you in the scorer's book with an extra point before you go off to serve your country after you graduate. And shouts out to the coaching staff for recognizing that and letting Jay Higgins have his moment. But again, that's what you're looking for if you're A&T, some good film to look at this week. And you're probably not going to spend a lot of time watching this film because it's on the Stony Brook, but you got to look at it somewhat to look at some of the mistakes that were made during the ball game.
Well, you got to fill some of the holes in the Swiss cheese and make it cheddar, right?
I've never heard that. Fill the holes in the Swiss cheese and make it cheddar. Fun fact, cheddar is overrated.
Yeah.
I think it's overrated. You don't think it's overrated? Cheddar is overrated. There's better cheeses.
I mean, listen, I'm the guy that likes a fresh deli sliced American cheese slice. So, you know. Okay. I'm not talking about like the Kraft slices, though. Okay. I'm talking about like the deli
fresh deli.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm about that pepper jack life.
Okay, a little spicy.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Here's Londano.
Londano ran through an Aggie to get through that initial wall.
On the return for Towson, number 14, Lucas Londano.
I'd like to see the replay on that. It's a heck of a return there from Lucas Londano.
Everything going right for Towson today.
You see here the initial wall. Londano manhandling a defender.
First down and 10, Towson at their 42.
Picks up good yards on the return. Going to start Towson as if they needed any more help off a good field position. See some of the backups in the secondary, getting them valuable playing experience.
Kent able to sling it out to the side.
Kent's pass is complete.
11:15 to go.
To number 12.
Oh, if you are A&T, how do you regroup for next week's road trip?
First, make sure that everybody's relatively healthy. Same thing after any game. If you got any injuries, get your injuries taken care of. You watch film. Not sure the schedule that Coach Gibbs keeps. I don't know if they practice on Sundays or not. So you take Sunday off, try to get healthy. Monday, get back at it. You watch a little bit of film from this game, but you're really starting to look at Stony Brook. You got to start game planning by Tuesday, Wednesday. So you get on the road before the road trip. So you don't have a lot of time to, be down on yourself or be, in a dark place about this loss. It's just one of those days that as a competitor, as an athlete, you're going to go through these days. You're not always going to win. But getting beat in this fashion always stings just a bit more. So you just got to try to stay together as a ball club and get ready for the next game. I know that Coach Gibbs, just the type of effort that he wants his players to give, I'm not sure he's going to be happy about that in this ball game, but again, that's why you always have next week.
Tigers keep it on the ground as Trey Ingram gets the call.
Carry made by number 20, Trey Ingram.
Again, more backups for Towson as well in the ball game.
By number 27.
You never know when your number is going to get called, so these, game day reps,
7.
super important.
Aggie Nation, it's third down.
3rd and 7. Toss out to the side, and Londano able to bring it in for the first down as he's hauled into the Aggie bench area at around the 43-yard line.
That's too easy. Just Londano basically running deep out route to pick up the first down.
at the Aggie 43.
So 9:55 to go in this one. It'll be a fresh set of downs for the Tigers as Kent is being relayed the play through the in-helmet headset.
And again, these are backups again for both teams, so they're not going to just run the football and run the clock out. You want to be able, for Nathan Kent, if his number is called this season, you want to be able to, run the full playbook with him. So you got to run your offense. So A&T, nobody's going to lay down for you, even though you're down huge in this ballgame.
Javon Ford on the rush. It'll bring up second down. Josh Isaiah in on the tackle. Still 9 minutes to go. At this point, you are still running your offense.
It's a lot of time left in the ballgame. You're right. So you can't just hand the ball off and not run your offense. You want to be able to execute with your second, third string players just as well as you do with your first string.
Kent, the keeper, has a block, able to slide through, and is down around the 30, and now a flag comes flying in. And this one might be coming back.
This one,
it is coming back. It is a hold. That'll be just the 6th penalty today by the Tigers.
In contrast to
holding.
11 accepted penalties against A&T.
10-yard penalty.
For how many yards?
Replay second down.
North of 100.
Not going to win too many ball games, even if you score a ton of points. It's going to be hard to win if you have double-digit penalties with over 100 yards.
Well, it's 2 weeks in a row now with more than 100 yards worth of penalties for North Carolina A&T. That's not a streak that you want to continue.
It's not, and again, when you are a high-powered offense, you maybe can overcome that. But when your margin for error is, fairly small, you can't shoot yourself in the foot constantly with penalties.
Less than 8:30 to go in this one as Kent will go play action, throws over the middle into traffic, and it is batted down, incomplete as Londano was not able to create the separation that he was hoping for.
Bang, bang play in the secondary. Stephen Davis the second with the pass breakup for A&T.
It'll bring up 3rd and 11 for the Tigers from the 44-yard line of North Carolina A&T. Cam Maddox going to come off the field as Michael Harvey will check in for him.
See if A&T decides to bring pressure. Try to get to the quarterback.
And Kent is looking for a timeout, and he'll take it.
Timeout.
Did not like something along that offensive line as he's still questioning what was going on. And with 8:21 to go in the ball game, the Tigers are going to sort things out on this 3rd down play. That will leave them with 1 timeout remaining for the rest of the afternoon. As Towson gets set to return home for the first time in about a month to take on Villanova. And then we'll also play football-only member Albany up in New York on the 15th. And then we'll close things out against Campbell on the 22nd. All of those 1 p.m. starts on FloCollege.
So right now, this win for Towson could propel them to finish their season off strong. You look at today, almost 500 yards of total offense for Towson. A team that coming into this ball game pass heavy. And they've been pass heavy in this ballgame, but they've been able to run the football today and have some chunk plays on the ground as well.
116 yards rushing today, 354 yards through the air.
Well, that's better than usual for Towson through the air. But what has been impressive to me is only 90 yards rushing as a team in this coming into this ball game on the season. They've been able to run the football and had some explosive plays on the ground as well.
Kent led his receiver out of bounds, and that will fall incomplete and put a 4 in the box. By far the most passing yards this season for Towson. Previous high was 293 against Monmouth. That part of a 418-yard day. Today also the largest offensive output for the Tigers. on the campaign. 470 yards of total offense.
And Towson's really gotten it done in all three phases in this ball game, and coming in on the road to Greensboro here, getting a big win.
Kennedy camps under it. Will let it roll into the end zone, as they almost had another situation where they were back at the half-yard line. Instead, we will take a timeout, and this one will be a touchback. 55-9, Towson in control in Greensboro. We're back after this on My 48.
Hampton University and North Carolina A&T State University men's basketball teams are headed to NBA All-Star 2026. They will compete in the 5th NBA HBCU Classic presented by AT&T.
Media timeout.
From North Carolina A&T and
NBA All-Star team, and you guys will be.
The NBA provides an international platform. It's impossible to measure the impact of performing on this stage.
This Coastal Athletic Association matchup is Friday, February 13th, 2026 at the Kia Forum in Inglewood, California.
We're coming to LA. We're coming for A&T. We know it's going to be a great game, but we also know we're going to bring the trophy home to Hampton.
Don't miss this weekend filled with competitive gameplay and marching band performances celebrating HBCU pride.
For us to be able to partner with an entity like the NBA, that signifies success.
Visit NBAevents.com for more info.
Fact, it's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
Back with you here in Greensboro. 55-9, Towson leading North Carolina A&T. 8:04 to play in the ball game as the Aggies trying to figure this thing out. It will be 1st and 10 from the 20. As Nelson Lane is back in at quarterback after his touchdown rush.
Scan the QR code on the video board to make a gift online.
So if Nelson Lane plays relatively well here, these last few possessions, do you think, I know one game does not make the season, but Kevin White struggled mightily in this ball game, and he struggled with accuracy at points during the season. Do you continue to work with Kevin White? Or do you make a change?
I think you make a change. And here's where my head's at, though. If you're Nelson Lane and you're this coaching staff, you just got to make sure he only plays 4 games because you want to keep his year of eligibility intact.
Yes. So Lane.
So you just got to be careful here down the stretch.
Yeah, long touchdown run on the last possession. And if he can finish this game out, get some good tape, be encouraging for the Aggies.
Lane drops back, has some room. He's going to take off, and he'll dive ahead to around the 24-yard line.
Lane being decisive, understanding their man coverage, their backs are turned. We pick up as much as I can. Try to get ourselves in position to pick up a first down.
Correction, 3rd down and 7 for North Carolina A&T.
The clock continues to run. Under 7 minutes now in the ball game. A&T, tough pill to swallow today versus Towson.
3rd and 7 for Lane and the Aggies. Under immense pressure, and he is walloped. The Tigers got let out of their cage.
The Towson not letting Nelson Lane get free on that play, sending the house. Like in Vegas, the house usually wins. Tigers get home and force the Aggies punt. So again, A&T just not in it from the start. Well, I'll take that back. First possession for A&T went well.
From about halfway through the first quarter.
Halfway through the first quarter, it all, like that famous book by Chinawat and Chibe, things fell apart.
Beautiful punt by Page. Fair catch secured at around the 44 by Londano. And with 5:42 to go in this one, the Towson offense will trot back out onto the field to try and close out this ball game before a long but now much better bus ride home for the Tigers.
This is going to be an enjoyable bus ride home.
Listen, I don't know if enjoyable and bus ride ever go in the same sentence, but
why not? I mean,
it's better now.
Put up 55 points on the road. You know, you got a nice, probably got a nice little dinner box, you know, for the trip home.
Sean Brown is now in at quarterback for Towson, as Pete Shinnick diving deep into his arsenal.
And the coach is probably going to let Towson play. Listen to Young Boy on the way home. You know, they love Young Boy. It's going to be an enjoyable bus ride home. So if you lose and you got a long bus trip, you can't talk. You know, you got to be quiet for the whole trip. Towson doesn't have that problem. Young Boy blasting on the bus ride home.
Javon Ford on the carry.
Coach Gibbs said something about that early in the season. He said, a lot of my guys, you know, you go in our locker room, you hear Young Boy playing, you're real tough in the locker room, but you got to carry that out onto the field.
Oh, that did not happen today, as that route almost got jumped, as Brown let that hang just a little too long towards the sideline.
And Aaron Harris almost stepped in front of that one. Tick too late for the INT.
Third down and long for Towson. Aggie Nation, it's third.
It'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Tigers with 4:51 to play.
Again, Towson, they're not going to run the football. They're going to try to pick up this first down. They're going to run a play. You want to be able to execute with your starters and your backups.
And the Tigers executing on this one, as Trey Ingram with the big rush to keep the drive alive.
He just sneaks out of the backfield. Aggies defenders don't account for him. Ingram, big gain on 3rd down to pick up a first, and been that kind of day defensively for North Carolina A&T.
And this is now officially the 3rd game in which the Aggies have allowed 500 or more yards of offense.
So that's not good, right?
Last I checked.
But one of those days. I've been in this situation before.
Brown takes it himself, has his legs cut out from under him.
I know the feeling. I played in a game where we gave up 83 points one time, so
check that Watkins actually came in at quarterback.
I know the feeling.
Watkins came in and threw that bomb earlier.
Imagine scoring 58 points and losing.
2nd down and 5.
Because you gave up 83. So A&T don't feel too bad. I've been here before. You can always bounce back. Just got to look at the film, correct your mistakes, move on to next week.
Watkins, 2nd and 5. Play action, quarterback keeper, and he's got some grass in front of him and is down inside the 5. It'll be 1st and goal for Towson.
Watkins on the quarterback keeper.
Again, Watkins, big body.
It's another Towson 1st down. It'll be 1st
rumbling down the field. Just an RPO, pulls it. And if he hadn't stumbled, probably couldn't gotten more, but 1st and goal now for Towson.
2:47 and ticking to go as the Tigers look to put at least 6 more on the board.
And for A&T, again, last week's ball game versus Campbell, winning in that dramatic of a fashion and playing well on defense to give up now
Number 20, Trey Ingram.
61 points, waiting on 62 with the impending extra point.
Ingram in for the touchdown with 2:23 to go, makes it a 61-9 game.
As I talked over my partner Turk on the touchdown call,
You're good.
I'm kind of in disbelief because didn't we watch this team last week play with fire and passion and a sense of urgency? And we haven't seen that today. I'm going to chalk it up to Halloween.
Kaden Williams on to attempt the PAT.
Maybe a witch cast a spell or something
Were you not in your 20s at one point in college during Halloween?
Result of the play is a touchdown.
What type of night did you have?
After the play, on sportsmanlike conduct. So that's the celebration.
Young boy.
Offense, number 26. That's the first on sportsmanlike conduct of the game. That 15-yard penalty being enforced on the kickoff.
They don't need to eat right. They don't need to sleep. Hoodies and 100-degree weather.
That I have no comment on. But what I do have comment on is the extra point that's about to be played. As Williams is
very ugly. Muy fea.
In to punch this one in. And officially, the Aggies have now allowed 62 points or more in 3 ball games, the same 3 ball games that they've allowed 500 or more yards of offense in.
So not a coincidence.
I mean, I would probably say they're correlated, but I'm not a scientist or anything. I haven't.
I'm shocked because I was here last week beside you. I saw a totally different team.
Well, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde showing up for Halloween time.
That's what coaches want. Coaches talk about consistency. This is what happens when you're not consistent. And your team, your opponent, they're not going to take pity on you. They're going to keep scoring like Towson is doing today. And A&T they got a lot of things they need to work on. But again, that's the beauty of sports and football. You always got the next game.
2:23 till that next game for both teams.
For Towson, you mentioned they can really finish out their season on a strong note. Probably not going to make the FCF playoffs or anything like that, barring something incredible. But, you win today and you try to finish out the season with wins. Elijah Kennedy again bottled up on the returns today. And I know that A&T thought that would be a big part of the ball game as well for them in the return game. But for Towson, if you can get this win and you finish out the season strong, really makes your season look a lot different than it was 48 hours ago.
My, how things change. 2:15 remaining in this one. Lane remains in at quarterback for North Carolina A&T.
Drive begins at their own 31.
Usually at this point in the ball game, when everything's going well, you're trying to run the clock out to get a win if you're A&T. And here, hey, let's just get out of here. Let's not get any more injuries.
Lane, the keeper, and he will angle himself out around the 42-yard line. We'll see if they give him the first down or if he stepped out just shy of the marker. And it looks like it will be just shy. So it will bring up 2nd and 1 on the other side of the 2-minute timeout.
Set the game clock to 2 minutes.
We're back after these messages. You're tuned in to the CAA on My 48.
Media timeout.
It's easy to forget that before they were known as heroes, they were young people just like all of you.
Let's talk about SAC.
SAC stands for Student Athlete Advisory Committee.
We get to connect between teams, communities, administration, the CAA conference, and the NCAA.
Our group is comprised of student athletes from different sports who represent the voice, opinions, concerns, and interests of our group.
CAA SAC provides an opportunity to enhance our leadership abilities.
We make an impact on our team.
We make an impact on our campuses.
We make an impact in our communities.
We are CAA SAC.
Fact. It's Ford Truck Month, and it's the best time to get a great deal on a new Ford truck. From the company that assembles more vehicles, employs more hourly workers, who help make Ford the best-selling truck brand in the Carolinas. It's Ford Truck Month. Get great deals on a huge selection, and that's a fact. Right now, lease a well-equipped 2025 Ford F-150 STX for just $305 a month, only at your Carolina Ford dealer.
The CAA is committed to educating its student athletes and fans on mental health awareness.
Studies have shown that nearly 1/3 of student athletes struggle with their mental health.
Less than half feel comfortable seeking help.
If you are experiencing a mental health condition, please know that you are not alone.
Some things we do for our mental health are go outside,
Read and run. Go to the beach. Hanging out with my teammates.
For more information on mental health resources, please visit ncaa.org.
Back with you here in Greensboro, 2nd and 1 for Nelson Lane and the Aggies with a flat 2 minutes to go. Coming out of the timeout. A&T keeps it on the ground and will lose about a half a yard.
And for A&T, back to the drawing board. They prepare for Stony Brook. Got a decision to make under center, among other positions this week. Again, I said it a couple times. I didn't see this coming for A&T, but I knew that Towson had talent.
Oh, no question.
Especially a young talented quarterback and at the wide receiver position. And
listen, if you pull a quarterback out of St. Thomas Aquinas, that is not anything to be messing around with. That is one of the top high school football programs in the country.
It surely is. Amongst the elite in the state of Florida each and every season and the nation. So, and he's a young guy, so you never know about the transfer portal, but Shinnick looks to have him for a couple of years to come here. So, look out, Coastal Athletic Association, because Andrew Endorf is here.
On his way to potential Rookie of the Year honors. Inside of a minute to go here. Lane will open up and toss to the wing. He's got Aaron White, who is blown up. And that will just about do it here in Greensboro, as the play clock is larger than the game clock.
Again, A&T, tough pill to swallow, but you still got a lot of season left to play. Get back to the drawing board and regain your focus and try to finish out the season strong.
And this will do it.
Again, did not see it coming, but sometimes you need a reality check, and today has been that for North Carolina A&T, and kudos to Towson coming into Greensboro, getting the job done, and big-time win on the road.
Before the clock ran out, timeout, Towson. That's their final timeout of the half. Please reset the game clock to 1 second.
Yeah, I think that Towson's going to
send their players to the locker room.
Some precaution for sure for these two teams. And again, tough pill to swallow, but better days ahead for North Carolina A&T. You don't forget the feeling that you got from this ball game today, and you get better from it.
So Lane will work out of the gun. Quarterback keeper, and he is sacked. That'll do it.
That's the end of the game.
A 62-9 win on the road
Your final score,
In Greensboro to snap a 3-game losing skid.
North Carolina A&T 9.
A tough loss for A&T. You know, and oftentimes I tell people I'd rather get blown out than lose at the last second, but no, losing at the last second may be a better feeling than this. And A&T has to learn from this. And on the other end, Towson, strong performance from the Tigers as they look to get on a roll towards the latter part of their schedule.
Oh, that'll do it for us here in Greensboro. For the third member of our crew, Raven Douglas, my partner, Damian Banks, and our My48 and FloCollege production team, I'm Spencer Turkin saying so long from Greensboro. The final score, 62-9. Towson victorious over North Carolina A&T. You've been tuning in to the Coastal Athletic Association on My48 and FloCollege. Good afternoon, everybody.